Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and then it's your time. Let's go, baby. I worked out today. My abs hurt. I was doing this like you make planks, but then you pick up your hands and then pick up your feet. And, man, I feel good. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're blessed today. Hope everything's going well. We're going to put the lemon into the water. We're going to start our day beautifully. 10:13. The short happened last night. Everything was well. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm in a different type of look. You know what I mean? I hope you guys like it. I went on a limb this morning. You know what I mean? Asked my wife if it looked right. I did wear the same vest as yesterday, which kind of, I wish I had a different gray, but, you know, a lighter color. I'm going to have to get a different type of vest. Might work with this one. Hydrate, baby, hydrate. Number one rule of the day is to drink that lemon water. Get yourself decalcify that pineal gland, baby. That's what we really do. Shout out to Daniel Jackson. Shout out to Barber Trader Joe. Digging the look. Shout out to everybody here every time. Intro on fire, music on fire, even the lemon be fire. Shout out to Dark Friend in the house. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, Crypto Bellico. Special guest here on the stream. Everybody on the stream. Look at this. People giving memberships. I haven't even showed up. Chris Denny gifting 10 memberships or gifting 5. Whatever it was, you're so blessed. Well, look, yeah, no, he gifted 5 twice. Unbelievable. Bryson Gonzalez, secret, hidden, bullish divergence, low stochastics, bigger time frame. COREUM blasting off. Look at the weekly. About time, right? Good morning. Saucer Swap deep dive. Sauce and H-bar. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Saucer Swap keeps coming up. Something we definitely kind of want to pay attention to. Saucer Swap keeps coming up. And, you know, the name just keeps hitting us. I want to talk about one thing that's interesting to me and one thing that we played, right? And let me take a look here. Is GLQ. This thing just boomed to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. And if you looked at my trading group, I saw it in the ascending triangle. I added the alert here. Just so easily, 1:13, 11:11 a.m. Look, 11:11. We were live then, most likely, unless it was during the weekend, which it could have been. I'll see the exact date on that. But this is what I'm looking at, right? And, you know, you could miss but right there, that's the bottom of the channel. Low stochastics, right? If you listen to what I say every single day on this channel, I'm all about low stochastics, bouncing off the 200 SMA, tight moving averages, respecting the trend line. This is textbook technical analysis. There's your before, there's your after. And let me see if I can get this straight. I love doing this. Yeah. I'm going to be able to. So look at this. There's your before, there's your after. Oh, we got to shrink it down a little bit, I think. There's your before, there's your after. I want to make it like, I know I'm obsessed, but I love it perfect. Got to be chubbier. That's basically as close as you can get. But there's your before and there's your after. Before, after. Before, after. I gave you the exact entry point. Like, no stop, anything. 200 SMA was able to protect you from your stop loss. I talk about this all the time and break it down. All right? Dang. I've seen it. Anyway, look at GLQ. Here's your before. Here's your after. Here's your before. Here's your after. Here's your before. Here's your after. And bang, bang, bang. That's all we missed, so no worries. But this is just a beautiful call. These are the things that you would find in the trading group at 11:11 on 113. I did. I fixed it. Thank you. You're supposed to be watching, but you don't care. No, you don't care. You don't care about the live. Doesn't matter to you. Business doesn't apply to you, you know. Anyway, so GLQ booming to the upside. Absolute beautiful move. Bang, bang, bang. So last night, if you're in the trading group and you were listening to my update and it came in pretty late, 12 at night, you know, I said I see bearishness. And, you know, we could break down. I'm not really going to do top-down analysis today like I usually do. Or maybe I will, but because I've done it so much morning, noon, and night. And we really are in a good spot here for me personally to look at what's happening. Let me move this over. So the entry for the short is 43,500. You're in the money by dang near almost $1,000 right now if you took the short, right? And this is what I discussed. Why did I put out a short last night? Why was it made sense to me? the 4-hour was very overbought with bearish divergence on my indicator. So the indicator itself was telling me Bear City, we're turning to the downside. Without that indicator, I don't even need that. I'm a 200 SMA guy. We could not get above the 200 SMA. Rejection by the 200 told me likelihood of a move. Now, I was long until like 11:30 last night. Then I did my analysis, and once I did my analysis, it told me, hey, Sam, you're shorts, kid. And then look, previous support became resistance, so you made the line here. Bounce, bounce, resistance, resistance. Like, you got to SR flip this area. So Bitcoin can't get back above 43,005, you know. And look, you got a high volume node here. And then last night, I said, look, you got a gap of the VRVP. All right. And we're going to show you some more stuff that will break it down for you and kind of make it interesting. And so, you know, I also saw this as a trend line that we lost. And I take away the moving averages to make this easier to see. Beautiful trend line. We lost it. You're trying to get back inside the trend line. That's what's called a bearish retest. I also see this as an M pattern. And M's break to the downside 68% of the time. So there was bearishness all over the board when I went to sleep last night at 12 o'clock. If you got my update in the trading group, did anybody take a short? Was anyone long and decided to switch short? Did anyone go short? Anyway, they were going to go short, but when they saw my update, they agreed with me. I just want to get some feedback in the group. Anyone watching that's in the group, what do you think? Did the update give you some clarity? Did the update confuse you? When you weren't sure what I was saying? Yeah, I just want to see it. Whatever you want to say is so cool. I just want to get beautiful feedback. I love to hear people talk. Ben Short says Aris Fox. Took the short, says Mr. Kennedy. I went short, should Ahabasi. Byron Franklin put a 1. My dog's name is Rocky. Well, God bless him. I hope he has a wonderful life with you. I went short, short gain, short. I reversed to short. TRB, I was asleep. Updates always helps. Thank you for saying that, Aris Fox. We love you. Appreciate that. All right. The update to the group was great, but I'm on the sidelines right now. Me too. I didn't take the short last night. Short for gains. No. I'm long with liquidation at 36K. Okay, Benjamin Button. I like that name. Kyle Vero, I was long, took profits, and didn't see your update. I stayed in the long, but took profits. Not going to lie. Interesting. I mean, if you stayed on the long, unless you were down at the early time, you would have lost money because we went down $1,000. Crypto Surfer was gifted a membership by Chris Denny. Chris, man, we love you. Gifted memberships. It's the nicest thing you could do to the community. Turn people green. Get them into the group. We love you. We appreciate you, and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for your dedication to the Crypto Lifer live stream, every single one of you. We're going to fill this hour and 40 minutes with some amazing action. I'm telling you right now, we're going to learn a lot. I have a lot planned for you guys. So get excited. By 11:10, 11:15, I got something really, really exclusive that I haven't shown in about a year or two that I really want to break out and show you. So get excited. Get ready. This is going to be a learning session like you've never had before, and I'm excited to bring it to you. Shout out to my team. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the sponsors, I Trust Capital, BEAMX, and the biggest sponsor of all, CryptoLifer.com. My company itself, man, and my team, man. We work so hard to bring you an amazing live stream. One thing I want to tell you is one of my employees got robbed last night. He does live in Nigeria, and he does a lot of work for us, and he got robbed for his laptop. His name, Lakochi Coker. So, Lakochi, we love you. We appreciate you. And any super chat that gets donated today, number one, not only will I send to Lakochi, but I will match it for him. All right. And again, I don't even know. You do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I'm just going to show you that you send your super chats. I'm not asking you to send a super chat for him. I'm just telling you, day is regular. But any super chat I do get, I'm going to double and send it his way. Make sure he can get back on his feet and get up and running. Also, he does a lot of work for me. So I want him back on his feet. You know what I mean? Like, it's in my own best interest. You know what I mean? So, you know, business is business. But no, in all honesty, I also do want to help the man. So. And God bless you, Lakochi. I hope you're all right. That's why you might not see him on the stream today. So if you haven't heard from Lakochi, you haven't seen him, it's because he doesn't have access. You know, don't worry, guys. We are sorting him out. This is just a little bonus for him. Jamie, thank you. Laptop phone. Look at that. Crypto Plumber, man. You don't need to do that. Anyway, let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. So I'm still short Bitcoin, right? It just, the 4 hour tells me that there's more downside to be had here. And so I stay short on BTC. The 1 minute was in a head and shoulder pattern. It ripped up to the upside and then came back down. God bless the coachy, man. Dan, you didn't need to do that. You guys are so blessed, man. Thank you Very love. All love. Wow, man. You guys stop. Oh, man. Oh, man. God bless you. Oh, BTC via password 3 mil. Ios Anita. Quam quer comparte cu comprar agora. Porque ela está fazendo uma coracal e depois vai explodir chinado a 24 mil a menino. 240 mil a menino. Okay. Sam, how long do you usually stream? Till 12 every single day, Monday through Friday. A little laptop dough for our man. God bless you all. Thank you. Let's celebrate the super chat. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Skiing Roster. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So, yeah, I stay bearish for Bitcoin, you know. And honestly, now I kind of want to do my top-down analysis because then I was like, well, I can't figure out what's happening unless I do my top-down. So let's look at the all-time history index and break it down. We'll look at both the bullish and the bearish scenario. Bullish scenario. We drew the VRVP. We're at the value area lows. We should bounce from these back to the value area highs and at least get to the point of control here at 43732. However, as long as you can't get back above the point of control, expect more downside. We lost this high volume node right here. Expect more downside. That was a big area to lose at 42,700, right? You can see that. Once you lose that, you're going lower. Anyway, it's a mess right now. We'll get rid of it all. Get rid of the moving averages for you. Move this on out of here. And we're going to look at price action all by itself on the weekly. Can you help me look at Aptos launch token? Yes, I can anytime. God bless you, Kyle Vero. We love you. God bless Haseen Leader. And God bless For Lakochi. We love you. We appreciate you. For Lakochi Rooster. You guys are awesome. God bless you, Lakochi. Keep your head up. Much love, Kyle Vero. When you have time and it fits to the stream, could you give your thoughts on RWA alts when you see them in the bull run? Thank you. Yeah, the one I'm in right now is Relio, and I've put about 18 grand in it, and I've been sitting it ever since. Hey, Sam, keep using us on SSW. I'm interested in this because it's a big part of the SUI ecosystem. Let's celebrate the 20th Super Chat from Dana Schwartz. Wow, and the Super Chats are coming in strong right now. Paying it forward, Mac Tire. Wow, you people are really awesome. This room is amazing. Shout out to Buster Crypto. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 823 beautiful souls. 238 likes, $167 in chat revenue. Man. Anyway, and back to business as usual. And I don't want to act like we're begging because you don't have to give it all. I don't want to, I just don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what the whole rules are for that. So I don't want to, you know, I just want to say whatever we get today for super chats, any, you know, whatever we do, it could be business as usual. You know, I just don't want to ever think that, never want to look like a begging here or when, you know, we're never want to take anyone or do anything. I don't know. I'm conscious of all actions. That's all. Do good and good will come your way. Shout out to the Video Kingdom. Amen. God bless it. Thank you for the knowledge. Amen. Hope all is well with the coach. Be safe, fam. Amen. And what we really need to do is pray collectively for him too, that like in the next few months, he either gets to move or finds his way away from whatever evils, you know, someone is watching him. Obviously, someone knows what he's doing. And, you know, we want to make sure that he's safe, right? So prayer for, let's have a group prayer for Rukochi, right? I think that's really strong. I believe prayer is strong. I believe prayer really does something physiological to the world. I just watched a video yesterday that said prayer does change the actual physiological nature of the physical world, right? So, dear Lord, maker of heaven and earth, of all seen and unseen, please protect Lukochi from any other, you know, mishaps or anyone that's watching him. May whoever was watching him get into something else maybe, and then, you know, something happen, you know, whatever it is. I wish no ill will on any soul, but just may them move on to something other than him, and may he be blessed and keep him, keep him secure and keep him safe. He does so much for me. He's such a blessed man, and he's a good man. Amen. Thank you. All right, moving forward. All right, let's see. So look, we have a resistance here for Bitcoin, and I think there's always time to pray. My wife taught me that. There's always time to pray. My dad taught me that too. My dad prayed before every meal. So let's take a look here. Like I said before, as long as the weekly doesn't close a candle below 41,004, you know what I mean? Or even, I went lower even yesterday, right? 41,000, where do these candles open? 41,360. So as long as we don't close below 41,360, thank you. God bless you, Crypto G. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. So as long as this candle doesn't close below 31,000. Why is that? Of course, it's on the open, right? 41,360. If you have the means, share the beans. Mr. Wolf 69. God bless you, man. Unbelievable. It's very nice of you. Unreal, man. You people are ridiculous. This is just insane. Anyway, so this is still on the table. As long as you do, in the second we close a candle down here, this is not on the table anymore. And now we could open it, we could go down here, we could wick back up and close the candle. That's fine. So the price can go lower. We just can't close a weekly candle below 41,360. That open there. Look, O, H, L, and C. You have an open, high, low, and close. Every time you spend any moment on a candle, you're going to get that information coming on in. All right? And thank you so much for giving. If you have to ever get road rage, say a prayer before driving. It works 1,000,000%. Don't believe it. Try it. Yeah, road rage is for, honestly, like I consider myself a successful entrepreneur, a successful trader, someone that did well. If someone is bugging out on the road, that already tells me that they have problems. And so if I start messing with them, I'm bringing their energy into my life. You know what I mean? I drive super easy, super chill, super cool. Like, if I see someone driving weird, my dad used to tell me, just pull over. My dad never did road rage, ever. I never saw my dad do, and my dad was a tough guy that you didn't want to do road rage with. I'm telling you right now, like, if you had to mess with my dad, it wasn't going to be a good day. And he was an iron worker, built like a brick house, man, And anyway, the whole point of the story is just let it go, right? Let it go. Chris Denny said, if I get road rage, I pray for the guy before I catch up to him, man. Jeez. Hey, we'll try to lighten that up. Hey. I drive like an old man, old soul. DXY Public. Join the 99 if you haven't already. The best group in the game, not just a trading group, the best place you can be for your mental health and guidance. Shout out to Kyle Vero. We appreciate you saying that. It's very nice. The basest word I've ever heard my dad say is rats. LOL. That's funny. Oh, no, my dad cussed like a sailor. I'll tell you that. My dad was not, my dad cussed like a sailor to his dying day. Yeah. I'm sure he died the day he died, I'm sure he got. Don't get road rage here in Arizona. Everyone is strapped. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Just avoid speedsters and move on your way. Yeah. When someone's driving erratically, it already tells me that I can, it's a road. My dad used to tell me that is a sign to stay away from them. Like, it's actually awesome. Like, they're giving you a signal of that, hey, that's someone, So once you interact with them, like, you're a victim of someone's negative energy, like, and you don't have control over yourself. Like, road rage to me shows that you're soft. Like, anyone that does road rage you're mentally soft. Like, I hate to be rude, but that's what you should tell yourself next time you do it. You are mentally soft. You're allowing another individual's energy to take away your day and push you to another in another way. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Remember that you have no idea what they're going through. Amen. That's another good way to say. Just say, hey, I don't know. I said that to my dentist yesterday. I said, ever since my mother died, I have more compassion for everyone around. So let's take a look at the 5-day chart. The 5-day chart was the chart that got us out of the zone when everyone was bearish here. I kept saying, as long as we stay above this previous trend line, as long as we stay above the 200 SMA, we are going to the upside. We still have a golden cross coming and approaching here on the 5-day chart. Very bullish sign. A 5-day chart has not closed below this trend line, has not closed below that weekly support or resistance area at 41,360. As long as we hold that zone, I'm bullish. The second we break this and we start closing candles below, I am bearish, and it looks like we're going to drop down to 37,002. We lose that, I'm open-minded to the fact that we might tussle with 34 and may even all the way down to 31,000. I'm not a perma bull. I am not a moon boy. I am not a perma bear, all right? I don't stick to it 100% either way, and I don't tell you I know where Bitcoin's going. Today, I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I may give a probability of a trade that I'm looking at, but I have no clue where Bitcoin's going. I don't. I believe in the long run, because they print money to zero, that any asset that has a fixed supply will continue to go up in value. That makes sense to me. So long term, I am very bullish on Bitcoin. But in the short term, I have a pretty good indication through my indicators and probability where Bitcoin's going, but I don't know where Bitcoin's going. And I don't claim to believe, think, or feel what's going to happen, right? If I road rage, I feel incredibly, I just keep it to myself. Yeah, it's hard to expect what happens with this ETF thing. I bought cheap toothpaste 4 months later, $5K at the dentist to fix my teeth. What do you mean cheap toothpaste? Explain what toothpaste. I buy Tom's. Is that cheap? The sad event will be the support line the bull of Lakochi's life is about to rebound off. This sad event will be the support line the bull run of Lakochi's life is about to rebound off of. Amen. God bless Zeno with the 1777. I love that frequency, Jamie. I appreciate that 100%. It's just a small bump in the road. He'll be actually 10 times stronger a day later. You know what I mean? Tom is great. I use the mouthwash. Need enough fluoride. See, I don't like fluoride. No fluoride. I went to the dentist this morning. My whole face is still... I went to the dentist yesterday, and you know what I wasn't doing well enough was I wasn't flossing my back upper molars. I really wasn't. Because getting back there was a pain, and I would eat something late at night sometimes and just be like, be a little lazy. I'll be honest. And as someone who's on TV, I should have like perfect teeth, I guess, right? Or on YouTube, whatever. And he said, but I flossed a lot. He said, dude, you did good. So can we get above the zone? This is what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Let's go down to the 3-day chart now. Touching the 21, a key area for me. And if you watch my channel and you stick with me, I'm all about bigger time frames, getting back to the 21-day moving average. That's a very bullish sign, and you're very oversold. I have to tell you, that is a bullish sign that we could possibly be getting a move, or just staying sideways here. We could negate this bull trap, and we may just continue sideways and then get the bigger move to the upside later on. Very well. I would love sideways price action for Bitcoin. We could just trade micro caps and smaller cap gems. The bigger cap may do some, and it would be awesome. Marv is expensive stuff, right? Yeah. Get some porcelain grills after the bull run. Is that what people do? They have porcelain grills? Because I always see people and their teeth look perfect. And I'm like, how do they do that? A lot of Tom says fluoride. Make sure you never use fluoride. Yeah, I try not to use fluoride. But again, I went to the dentist yesterday and he put fluoride in my mouth. I have to ask him not to. Yeah, coconut oil flush. No, I was doing that for years. I haven't done it in about a year or two, but I used to do the oil pulling in the morning. I have a pressure washer flosser. I have a water flosser, but it's just a machine. Anyway, enough on this. Let's get back into the charts. I didn't know we were going to get into dental health today. Teeth need it, just don't drink it. Yeah. Use Burt Bees toothpaste, no fluoride. Coinbase SEC hearing today. Watch out for volatility. I appreciate that. How long after joining the 99 do we get access to the group? Immediately. You should get access within 20 minutes. Email cryptolifers@gmail and say, hey, I'd love to get in the group. What's going on? Or hit the contact sheet. All right. And if you want to join the trading group, hit the link here to cryptolifer.com. Jump on it today. It'll blow your mind. All right. And if you want it, and you could go to support right here, contact us, hit that, and there's a little form, and just fill that out and say, hey, I just wanted to join the group. All right. Many toothpaste have titanium dioxide. It's confirmed to give cancer. Just a heads up, friends. Thank you for saying that. Don't go too much yet, but I got a rule to always be here for a brother. Keep up the strong character, Lakochi. Also, if you got time, Sam, would you give a helping hand researching Manta? It's funny you said Manta. You must be in the trading group because we brought up Manta earlier. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. $353 in chat revenue. 300 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. If not for me, for Lakochi, baby. Let's get it going. By far, one of the best decisions I made is joining the 99. Great group of people. Jason Mack, I appreciate that. If you had 100 bottles of toothpaste, your blood will not be liquid anymore. Oh, my God. Make sure you're out of the Discord name and on the website, too. Need that to join. Make sure. Yeah, okay. But my team will help you make sure you're in the group. Also, we have links to MEXC. MEXC is where I trade, where I like to do my business. You know what I mean? Jump into MEXC if it works for you. Jump on it today if you can do it, right? What I like about MEXC is they have the lowest fees if you hold their MEXC token, all right? Which is awesome. So you hold the MEXC token, you will pay the least amount of fees when trading on MEXC. You can't beat that anywhere else. I'm all about not spending too much money on trading, all right? So we're going to move forward back down to the daily. And the daily, to me, look, it's bearish right now, right? And you have a clear daily resistance for whatever reason that you can't get back above 43,100. Not a good look. 22-hour also could be bending to the downside. Even though it's low, I see a bend there. Bear City. So to me, the 4-hour is really commanding what's happening today. And I said that last night when I saw the overbought 4-hour. I said, watch the 4-hour. It looks like it wants to take us down. The only great thing that I'm seeing is this is in my lifetime, comparatively to all the divergence that I've seen. And that's why you come to this channel. I must have seen divergence, 10,000 times in my life or something crazy. Who knows? So I have a good back test of data in my mind, and I have a fast, hyperactive brain. So I can go through the Rolodex, and when I tell you the odds or the probabilities of something, it's pretty good because I've seen it so many times in my life, right? I believe that is the true value of this channel. The value that I gave to the market, I'm able to give back to you, and you guys can see it. That's the value this channel provides. And I want you to get this value so that you can eventually do all the things yourself. No indicator needed. You don't need anything to tell you what's happening. So this is a beautiful bullish div. I got to tell you, it's a very strong one. And to me, it says a lot, especially with the RSI getting this low, as we showed you that one time. RSI was low there, right there, the RSI and there. When it breaks the dotted line, it's only been 1, like 2. You know, it doesn't get this low as it got here with a massive move. And we held a pretty good place for all that sell-off. That means there's a lot of people on the sidelines, or the algorithm wanted to eat up the price action, however you want to look at it. But, you know. So there's that weird falling wedge that I made, right? It looks like we broke out and we're attempting to ride the trend line. You see this? So it's almost like we're trying to ride this trend line. There's a chance that we, so you could look at that like, okay. Now, I get it, the weekly flag is intact, but I've been watching this 4-hour, and to me, that was the flag, and you're bearishly retesting the bottom of the flag. For us to continue to the upside, I'd have to see us get back inside of this trend line. I'd have to see that. All right. And this wacky falling wedge, to me, we may break back down inside. 4-hour says more downside is coming today based on the stochastics RSI. All right. So we went through kind of like why, so we can see how important this line is here. 41,360. Right. All right. I put it on the other chart, right? Let's see on the Binance. No, let's go back to the weekly. And I'm going to label it weekly. I'm just going to show you something interesting. Because I moved that, but I want to at least put this one back. We can right-click this. We can hit settings, template, or hit text, right? And I believe I would have sworn I had a weekly text. Make it say weekly. Oh, what I did is I messed up. Because you got to write the text in first before you save the setting, right? Now you hit save as, right? I might just put weekly too because I made 2 accidentally, right? And so that's going to be my weekly support, right? And so now when I go further back in time on my 4-hour, right? I just know that that's going to be my weekly. And you can bring it into price so you can see. I like to bring it around. I don't want to move it, but you see. So now I'm reminded, all right, we start closing candles below here, which we did here. We played with the weekly support right there, you can see. But we built this weekly support here. Like we built it here. So we lose that level. I mean, I have to be open-minded to the fact that we're coming right back down here to test 38,000, 37,005. All right. At the same time, remember, they put a lot of liquidity below, and they usually don't, remember they did that 32.5. I'll always remember it. And it was spoof. So this could just be a big order down here. This could, honestly, I thought about the other day. Just because of the whale, people think whales know everything. What if I hit the lottery tomorrow and I still don't know that much about Bitcoin and I want to get in? I could be a Bitcoin whale tomorrow, and I could have a huge order down here because someone told me 38K, 39. I could be watching this channel. I love the lifer. And I could throw 800 to 1,500 Bitcoins down here for an order. And it doesn't mean I'm the smartest guy. It doesn't mean where I'm going to get it. What I like about this is you have this huge order here. So you got to go to 42,070. And after you go through liquidity like that, this liquidity should get shaken up and changed. And we should see some, before you get all the way down here, you usually will see some type of change. But look, if we look at it today, it does say the closest order and the easiest order to fill is at 42,030. It tells us that 42K is very likely today, and it's on the board. 4-hour also is coming down on us, so it's just, I wouldn't be, oh my God, let's open up a master long, right? And then I drew this as like a bear flag. And to me, you have a pretty nasty, the only thing going for us is this sweet bullish div. It could definitely save the day. It could. I've seen it happen many, many times. So here we stand. And you'd watch my channel. If I was a beginner, I'd be like, this guy's long, short. But then as I became more experienced, I'd find this channel gold. Because when you begin, you think you have to know everything. When you end, you realize that you can switch long or short pretty swiftly if you have to. You know what I mean? So we're looking at this flag here, and, that's just, and why I was short last night is just because the stochastics told me that we didn't have momentum to the upside for the bulls, period. All right. This low could stay intact. It's a very strong bullish div here on the 1 hour time frame too as well. It's the strongest I've seen in a long time. So you have to heed that. And yet, yesterday I was building these ideas of an inverted complex head and shoulder, right? It's still somewhat on the table. As long as we keep this low, the second we break that low, you're going to come back in, and it's likely you're going to drop pretty fast. So that low has to stay intact, right? That's about $41,700. You go to 41.5, that low's broken. All right. So now we look at this here. And so, can this falling wedge try to attempt to save the day, or at least give you some type of scalp? I'll be honest, whenever Monday is a bank holiday, it throws my whole trading week off. Tuesday did not act like a normal Tuesday. Wednesday's not acting like a normal Wednesday. There's lower liquidity. So what you got going on right now is you have a little lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. Your RSI is, pretty in a good spot. It's lower than 50, which is a good, good spot for me. It's in a falling wedge. You can see it break back above that medium, and your MACD's turning, right? So you're trying to see if the smaller time frames can quell the pain of the 4 hour time frame. But look, the 15-minute now has broken below the 200. You need that to stay. You need to stay above the 200 to remain bullish. So when a falling wedge breaks to the downside, it'll fall fast straight down like this. So to me, simple trade on the board is to use the 15-minute stop loss here and just wait for more confirmation. But, I see a short on the board right now. Entry here, stop loss on the other side of the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. You are below the point of control. As long as you stay below this red line, you're likely to win the short too as well. And when these falling wedges break to the downside, they fall fast. All right. So yeah, I'd be watching this. The 7-minute could be the one thing that changes the game. So look at this little flag here on the 7. I would wait for this. I'd like to see this close a candle lower than here. Aggressive short entry. However, below the 200 SMA tells me that I have a good chance of winning the short. Almost a jagged inverted head and shoulder. Right? Sometimes it does. You ever do that and it feels like it has a mind of its own? Shout out to the 1,082 people here on the live. 352 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for your love, your support, and always hooking it up and just being here with your time. Your time is everything. Without your time, we don't have a show, everyone. So the fact that you give me your time every single day is really is a blessing. So we really appreciate everyone that comes out to the stream every day. Remember, 11:15, I'm going to do something pretty amazing that I haven't done in a while. I'm really excited about it. So get ready, get excited. It's going to be awesome. Always want to make sure each stream is uniquely different. All right. Super chats, secret hidden bullish div, COREUM on the weekly, saucer swap, BEAMX, AVAX, Aptos launch token, analysis on SWAP and Chainlink, and long term on MUBI. I'm going to stay out this week. Also getting weird vibes after a holiday. Time is money, my friend. Every time, baby. Every time, right? So this is what I stand. I'm bearish right now, but the 7-minute may give us a bit of a short squeeze. Let's see if there's any closer liquidity on BOOKMAP. Just if I zoom in here, there's a little bit there at 690, right? That we could gobble up. 7, but really we'd have to make a pretty big leap up to 3.3 even to get that blue zone. Just as easy to go down to get down here. So we'll see. But yeah, nothing crazy. Said BOOKMAP suggests 42,000 is the best area that it wants to eat at. But you never know. It's not 100%. but it's pretty dang accurate. I'm going to stay out this week. Yeah, Thomas, man, thank you. When are you doing the special thing? At 11:15. But you never know. It could be 11:16, could be 11:21. You want to just jump in and out, I know, but it doesn't work like that. You got to kind of hang out, you know. All right. So listen, we didn't open up the short yet. Why? Because I use small time frames for confirmation, because I've been burnt before and I know what to do and what to look for. So I just want to make sure the 7-minute never gets back above this 200 SMA. Right now, it's getting a little bit of a bump to the upside, as you can see. Falling wedge breaking up 68% of the time. This is supposed to happen, so we sit. I'll get rid of this for now because I don't want people to think I'm shorting the market at the present moment. It would be great if this makes a beautiful M pattern too as well. That would add confluence to the short. It would almost be impossible not to take it, and we stay below the 200 SMA. One thing I will tell you though, on the macro, we've got a lot of liquidity up here. There's got to be, look, we pump the price up really fast. What happens? Well, there's a lot of stop losses. They come get them. They dump the price really fast. What happens? Well, there's a lot of stop losses. They come get them. They pump the price up really fast. What happens? Well, there's a lot of stops down here. What do? They come get them. They move the price down. What do? Well, there's a lot of stops up here. What do? They come get them. Well, they pumped up. What do? Well, they come get the stops. These are patterns. Then there's a lot of stops trading the 3 rejections in a row and bearish divergence. So what do? They go get them. Then there's a lot of longs because they think it's a breakout. What do? They go get them. Now there's a lot of shorts because they think it's a dump. What do? They go get them. So, it's, you know, logically, if you didn't look at anything at all and you just looked at this completely open-mindedly with common sense, it says that the price is going to go back to the upside. But that's just not always the case, right? As a trader, we have to know that anything is anything is possible. Anything. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you for doing what you do, baby. Pushing forward every single day. It's not easy. Believing in yourself. Learning a new skill while you're working. That's what I did. I had to learn a new skill while I was having another job. That's how I created this job, right? Turned my life into another job. If that doesn't inspire you that you can live a life that you desire. There's a job out there that no one's ever done before. I was saying to my neighbor yesterday, it's like, you struggle. Why do most of us struggle? Because maybe we're meant for something so unique that it doesn't fit the mold of the world that we live in now. And we're trying to fit the mold. The dentist was great, man. We talked about it for a long time already, though. We got to move on, yeah. If you don't have 3 accounts, leave 3 likes. Or if you're even a lifer, is the GOAT. Shout out to Zach Greenwood. We love you. Master Friends method pushes us up to 43.8 area on the short. Not calling it, just seeing it. Confused market. Amen, lifer. You inspire me. I'm a full-timer. Appreciate the content and love being a part of the 99. God bless you, Spencer Keck. We appreciate you. I got the vision. God has the plan. Amen. Just joined the 99 group. Excited to get involved. Shout out to Bogdanov. Dump it. You're funny, man. I like the name. Love the dream when you're utilizing the right frequencies. Yes. Amen. Yeah. And look at that wick just right to the downside. Rejected by the 50 SMA. And I'm pretty confident about the short to the downside. Honestly. Based on the indicators. The thing is, the 1 hour should have pumped up to the 200 SMA too last night. We should have got the gap close. We did not. Maybe we'll get it tonight, There is a fair value gap right here, and it's pretty big. See? And it's between 44.6. Yeah, the in-between is about 44.8, right? Well, the middle of the gap's about 44.950. Well, look, see, there's a big gap here. So if you can get back in, that's what I'm trying to tell everyone. Like if we get back inside this pattern, boom, back inside here, then we're going for here. Look at this jar. This is a large gap. We got FVB here, fair value gap on Bitcoin, right there. You can see this wick does not meet that wick. Nobody touches that area. Boom, right? You almost have an Adam and Eve double bottom forming. I'm not all bullish. I'm not all bearish. I just want to make that clear. I'm open-minded at all times. Right now, the probability is telling me no go, though. No go. No haps, right? 7 minutes, gotta push above that 200 SMA for us to go anywhere. For us to do anything amazingly bullish, like when we were down in the dumps before and we had to break on out like down here. And everyone's like, well, what's gonna happen? Well, we had to get above this yellow line to end up way above here. You know what I mean? You gotta get above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. All right. All right, been raging for 3 days now. Not really doing anything. Exactly. Seems unfinished biz at 41.7. We also got to, we look at the CME for you. We'll duplicate, this is going to be this is going to be alt window. I got multiple windows for you at all times. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at the DXY right now too. Let's see what's happening with the DXY. So look at this. We saw the DXY was in a bit of a flag. I said, I want to see us break to the downside. I don't want to see this break out. We're going to watch this closely. The DXY did break out of the flag to the upside. That's why that's why flags are amazing. Look. DXY gets a reversal, and it was in, look, a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder there. Resistance. It broke out of the falling, broadening wedge to the upside. Not the best sign for BTC. They can pump together, though. I want you to understand it can be attached to different correlations. 3 Much Crypto, 1999. I've been robbed before. Not fun. God bless. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Thank you so much for giving if you gave. And we're at a pretty good place right now, too. About $376. That's about maybe $800. We round up to $400 for my man Lakochi, man. Get him back on his feet in no time and get him bumping and grinding. So DXY kind of made this little wacky flag today and then broke out again. It's sporting some bearish div though on the one. And it's a little overbought, but wow, look, same thing I teach. Look, the second the dollar got above the 200 SMA, that's when you open up a short on any of your Forex trades. Right? And you short the yen, you short you short the euro. So like this is simple stuff. I can teach you how to trade any market in the world, Forex, you name it. The second you get above a 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, you close a candle. Told you that we were probably going to get a skyrocket move here for the dollar index. Dollar index actually getting a pretty big pump today. Not a great look for Bitcoin. It is slowing down, but it's not the best look. It is getting overbought, but it's up there. All the time frames say it's cooked though. Like, would be cool if we do this. You see what I saw? I think you see it. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so we just got to make sure the dollar never gets back above 104.43. And then this trend line here somewhere at 105. All right. And come all the way back. And then look, head and shoulder to the downside. Take it to 94. All right. So much Cardano fought on YouTube. Seems like every time that starts again, alts pump. It's like they try to keep all aided down right before they anticipate a move. I may be crazy. Hey, man, if you're putting things in, it happens. Zach Rudwood said, Tom Crown and Optical Art walk into a bar. Lifer orders a lemon water, and boom, we lose the 21 and run to the 200 SMA. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff, right? You can do whatever you want, though. I have multiple strategies. Some just are easier to show, others than that, I could teach you a bunch of stuff. Some are easy to teach. SEC lawsuit against Coinbase today. Interesting. We'll take a look at Twitter, see if that's up on Twitter. Usually it is on X.com. On X.com. Follow me here on X. We're on our way to 25,000 followers. We'd really appreciate that. What did you do during the coronavirus, Dad? Bought more Bitcoin. Legend. And here we are streaming here live on Twitter. You can jump in any day of the week. Shout out to 1,127 people here on the live, 425 likes. And remember, everyone was here. There was 1,800 people on the stream. It was out of control. Streams were bugging out. YouTube algorithm was flying. Why? When everyone wanted to get in. Now that the ETF is kind of settled up, you want to be around when no one's paying attention. The people that are here right now are paying attention. All right? Amen. We talked about Chainlink because it started trending. All right? It started trending. So if you go to the SEC here on Twitter, just want to see what we can see. Or you see even Gary might even put it out, right? Shout out to Gary Cardone over here. Wow, their last tweet was the compromise stuff. Like, that's the last time he tweeted. Right there, Coinbase SEC court hearing live on with me, Kevin. Right? You know, what are they saying? You know, what are they trying to say? Again, unregistered securities. Let's see here if they said it here. Now, watch a summary. They haven't tweeted since the 9th. It's kind of weird, right? Let's look at Coinbase. I don't think Coinbase would say anything, right? But you never know. Funny, they haven't tweeted since the 12th. Is that real? That might, you never know with the bigger accounts, right? Anyway, so, I mean, it's always good when you're shorting to get some good bearish news. Agreed? Right? So, I see a short coming on. I think I'm going to open up a short here. All right? Let me take a look at my futures account and see what's happening. MaxC is going to burn their tokens Q4. It's a big deal. MaxC burns tokens, man. They're on that same BNB path. Remember when BNB got a burn? And BNB has burns too that people don't realize. Dang, I was supposed to jump in at that 500 loss there. Damn, though, the 1 hour is pretty beat up. But, like, the key is, as long as we stay above the 200 SMA, below the 200 SMA, we got some downside coming. 1 minute, the entry for the 1 minute was right there when you lost the 200. You're already in the money right now. The rejection. So I play this, a couple of ways to play it, but I look at this like the flag that broke. I believe you can get this whole pole. 38K. We may see the 38K today. I mean, it does say it's possible. And I'm not saying we're guaranteed to go down the tubes. I'm just, So here too now, look, you lost the 200 on the 15-minute. Bear City. I just, the market's just so weird lately, though. It's been iffy to me. But this is the trade that I'm looking at, right? Shorting BTC because you're getting rejected by a 200 SMA and a 15. Staying, keeping a stop loss on the other side. If I religiously did this, nice drop there, nice drop there, nice drop there, okay drop there, beautiful drop there, nothing there, break even, nice drop there, nice drop there, nice drop there, beautiful drop right there with a stop loss on the other side, beautiful drop right there. 8 out of 10 times, this is going to pay me, Hey, Sam, can you have a look at Kadena if you have a chance? Shout out to Mac Tire anytime, man. Just dump already. We could finally move up. Now that Wall Street has money in it, it'll now be manipulated more. Too bad. ETF was the worst thing that could happen to Bitcoin. Yes and no. It still has its halving, man. It still has its principles. That's the difference. See, everything gets manipulated, but there's nothing like Bitcoin. So have faith, bro, that it is unique. Because we could compare it to anything in the world, and there's always... Because whenever you make two comparisons, you have to look for the outlier. What's the outlier? Yeah, ETFs have been manipulated when you do it, gold ETF, all this other stuff, but gold isn't Bitcoin, right? Yo, Lifer only coming for the lows. 15-minute possible bullish div on the newly printed candle. Going back to your 4-hour 200 SMA. Would be nice if we make a higher low here and we pump back to the upside. I wouldn't open up a long until we break back above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute time frame, right? You see me? So to me, like, it just, you got to remain short until, you know, and that was the entry right there at 45.25. Or no, 750 really, right there was, oh man. Right when you got a candle below that. So now the risk reward ratio, but it's still an 8-to-1. Still an 8-to-1 risk reward ratio. And we don't even have to take all of that. And I haven't opened up the trade yet. I haven't. But it just, when you fall below a 200 SMA, it's likely that you'll break back above it. At least you'll get some type of move to the downside. And the 4 hour is it's still in our favor. So that's what's got me kind of like, okay. So that's my Bitcoin analysis for the day. You can see I'm getting mixed signals. I'd wait for confirmations to long. And right now, that's a short signal to me when you break below the 200 SMA on the 15-minute time frame. All right. And then the 4 hour still has momentum to take us further down. Curving now a little bit, though, trying to stop the pain. It's almost like there's a little bit of bullish div here on the 15. That swung up while that swung down. You see this? And I don't use the wicks when I'm making my divergences. But again, then when you want to look at this, you're in a broadening. You're in a bearish megaphone. You see? Flip this upside down. It's the bullish megaphone. Breaks up the length of the pole. I've traded these many times in my life, right? Boom. So until we get back above this POC on the 15, 42.8, until we get back above this, I remain bearish. I see no reason to be long. Just, the bulls have to show me why I need to be long. They can't show me that. They can't produce a move above a key area. So there's no reason for me to believe in them. Okay? Right now, the bears are still in control. They got to show me something. Curving 200 SMAs are bearish signs. When it starts to, that means it's coming down to cross the 50. And you're going to get a death cross. Right? I guess you get a golden cross when the 50 crosses, but you don't want, when the 200 finally crosses all the moving averages and dumps low. Let me show you. Because you want to get confused by this idea. But when you finally have a massive dump, the 200 eventually will take out all the moving averages. You see? Here it does it. And when you're finally in the bearish scenario ever, the most bearish scenario possibly ever, Bitcoin will lose the 200 SMA, right? Price action will go lower than it. Then you have to get back above it. But at the end of the day, the 200 will be the lowest denominator of price action. And so it looks like we're right here. See, like, we're in one of these little bear flags. See, the 200 is pointing down. The moving averages are far apart. We're kind of like right here, actually. We should have pumped up to it. We didn't. We got tight moving averages. The 200 is pointing down. Interesting. It could give us a little bit of some love, but. So I remain bearish. You'd be in the money right now had you take the short, right? 525, you'd up right now at 42479. Okay. So I've explained why I'm short thoroughly many times. Yeah. Bulls gotta step up, and they're just, I don't see it happening. All right. What is, there's not a lot of risk involved in this trade. And the 1 minute 200 SMA also plays a role here, which is a nice little entry point for me when I'm looking for bearishness. And there you are at 42465. You're in the money now. Really nice. Did anyone take the short? So I don't attempt to be wrong. And again, I don't know where Bitcoin's going. But this indicator tells me there's way more liquidity below me than above me. And I'm losing moving averages that are key supports. So to me, it's just, I got to do what the charts tell me to do. And I see a lot of chop today. And my trader instinct tells me to be easy on the market, not to go heavy. My trader instincts tells me not to go heavy, right? And so, to break down all my science today and everything that I said, I remain bearish unless we can get back inside of this trend line, do some chop, and then we can break on out of here. Right now, this is going to be a bearish retest, and I stick to that unless we can get back inside the pattern. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen, so we zoomed in together as a family, and we determined that we weren't seeing bullish health on the smaller time frames, and we determined there was likely a move coming to the downside, even right now, once we fall out of this falling wedge to the downside. We put out all the targets, we showed you the different levels, and there's really not much more I can say. And also showing you there's some bullishness here on the dollar index, and it continues to pump to the upside. 15-minute looks like it may actually start to get, And again, don't mind it too much because they could dump together. I've seen the dollar index dump as Bitcoin dumps. Because it's correlated to assets throughout the world. If people are selling into the ruble, if people are selling into, the yen, but they're not buying Bitcoin, then this can go down. But if people are selling Bitcoin off and they're buying the yen, then they can go down together. And it could be uncorrelated, yet it would look correlated. All right. I took the short. I'm in the money. Shout out to Shadow Hunter in the game. If you're in the short and you're in the money, put a 333 in the comment section. If you took the short and you're in the money, put a 333 in the comment section. If you love this show, all right. If you love this show, I'm short Bitcoin for the bear flag breakout. Nice tight stop. 20-1 risk reward ratio target at 34.2. Wow, you're going hard. 333. Look at all the beautiful people making gains in the trading group, making gains on the live stream, doing what we do. I didn't take the short. I'll tell you why. Price action's a little funny right now. And volume is strange. We're not getting a lot of follow through with the volume. So, shout out to Rave Song Records making gains in the short though. There's no divergence between my thinking and yours. I could carry on to the upside. Amen. I've been in short since last night. The best in the game. Amen. Wait for the big long. I gently use 201 Honda Civics. Funny. Is it too late to open a short? Funny. If you're asking if it's too late to do something in trading, it usually is. It usually tells me you need a little more education because someone educated with a system wouldn't ask that question, right? I would never ask someone if it was too late. And I'm not being rude to you. I love you. This is just a great time for us to teach you stuff, and just keep coming back, man. You're going to learn so much. I love it. I can see that you want to learn, so you're going to continue to learn. My take profit is 41,350. Interesting. Yeah, I like, yeah. So you think we definitely break the low of the divergence. See, I'm not sure we'll break this low yet, right? 7 minutes attempting to stop the pain, right? And give us somewhat of a bounce here. It attempted it once already, though, and it wasn't too good. 42,500, a bit of a problem right now for Bitcoin. Not seeing anything amazing on my radar. It's almost 11:15. It's time to do the dirty and to show you things that I haven't shown you in a long. Some people have seen this. They've watched the live for a long time. We used to do fractal magic. We used to do a lot of different things here on the channel that we haven't done in a while. The channel has progressed. It has changed. It has evolved. It's gone through its own metamorphosis of sorts. But you got to love that about BTC. All right. Natalie is my take profit is at 1 million liquidation. 36K. Built it every day. Who's Natalie? He called me a noob on my first question. I stuck around and kept learning. You're best off doing the same. Shout out to Gabe Holm. We love you, Gabe. God bless you for being here. And I never meant to be rude. Digging the shirt today. By the way, shout out to Mr. Bobby Fresh. Just upgraded my sub. Your background music really pumps. Let's go. You got to move. You got to dance. I'm at the stand-up desk, baby. Making it happen. Oh, I'm breaking it down. Getting jiggy with it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you can't laugh at yourself, if you can't feel happy, if you can't feel good, then what is this life for, baby? We only have one chance to live. Today, we have to have the best feeling possible. every single moment of our lives. May God bless each and every one of you. My mom and dad were the same. They always stayed in a good mood. They always pushed for love. My mother was just such a blessing in my life. God bless my mother, man. Mom, you live in me every single day, baby, man. Irene Price, stay alive through me, baby, every day. Yeah. You can't stop me, babe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm in love with life. Is that okay? People get upset when you're in love with life. Like, you're not supposed to be happy. They're like, look at this guy. He's so full of joy. You know what I mean? I just noticed the shirt. Shout out the white dots were part of the chart. What are you talking? I don't know. And I feel like I'm a little blurry today. Hold on. Want to make sure everything's looking fresh. This is my real voice. Come on, baby. You watch me eat this whole jar of honey. It took about a month. Local honey, too. Drinking local honey will keep you from getting... Are you married, lifer? Wow. Yes. Headphones warning needed, Sammy. Tony Rosas. Your energy and attitude is awesome. Shout out to Casper Coin Pampin. Well, your name is awesome. We like Casper here, so you're now immediately in the crew. Shout out to the Casper crew and everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. All right, we're going to jump into the Super Chats. Now I got to bring in, it's 11:14. I want to show you something amazing that I love doing and that I haven't done in a long time. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. First thing I got to do is go to my object tree here on the all-time history index and highlight everything. And I had this idea this morning when I was outside meditating. I was like, oh, this would be a really good idea for the channel. All right. So what I did here is I made a group. I put everything in the group and boom. And that way I can keep my work but not have to see my work if I don't want to see it. I can also get rid of the VRVP here. I don't need it. I can also double click the chart. I don't need that. I can also go here and I can go to Pi Cycle. All right, I've had the Pi Cycle indicator here on the chart. Bang, bang, bang. I used to sit with an old man from Portugal. We used to go over the Pi Cycle together in depth, looking for the highs and the lows of where Bitcoin was going to go way back in the day. You want to be in logarithmic view. To do that, you hit Alt-L. All right, and that's going to put you in log. You want to be on the weekly or the 2-week. I go the weekly here. And here we are on the logarithmic with the stock to flow too as well, which is an interesting idea. I can sit on, we can play with the stock to flow all day too, but it tells you where the bottom's likely going to be. It's interesting. And usually you're pretty close to that area. This is the first time we went lower than the stock to flow bottom now. But anyway, that's not what I'm here for. If you watch my channel, I put out a video about a year, I think 2.5 years ago now, talking about where we would find where Bitcoin was likely going to go. Everyone knows I'm short for Bitcoin right now. We don't need to talk about Bitcoin for a bit, right? Everybody knows that I'm short. Everyone sees that the stop loss is above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Everyone sees that I'm using the 1 minute 2 as a possible entry on the short. And everyone sees why I'm short. The 4-hour has momentum to the downside, likely to push the rest of them down, and then the smaller time frames lost their moving averages. It's pretty simple to me, but you do whatever makes you happy. You also lost the trend line and you're bearishly retested. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, and there's liquidity down here at 42,000, 41.8, and 41.5. So it all maps out that we're likely going to the downside based on probability. But who knows? My probability is like pretty accurate. So anyway, the place to sell Bitcoin is when these red line, this is the Pi Cycle, right? And you'd go here to your indicators and you type in PICYCLE with a space in the middle. And you got Pi Cycle top indicator. You want to put that on. You can do Pi Cycle bottom too. Sometimes I add them both. Tondi is the best one. Tondi, I like this guy. Blazarian candle works. Okay. And I don't tweak anything. And I just watch. And you see whenever the red line, I believe it's red and green. I'm somewhat colorblind, but they look red and green to me. One's a little lighter, one's darker. Whenever they get close, whenever they finally touch and conjoin, that's your top. That's going to be when you're done. And I don't understand how it happens, but this indicator is so accurate for Bitcoin. And so before this happened, I have a video talking when they was right here. And I said, when these touch, we're going to get out of the market. Now, we went down and then everyone said, oh, the Pi Cycle, blah, blah, blah. And it really was the Pi Cycle top. We would revisit another high, right? And this would be a fun market to trade. But it did tell you, if you did sell this, you did sell the top of the market. Now, the bottom of the markets come whenever these lines get the furthest away and you start to get the curve, like that's your bottom, that's your bottom, that's your bottom. And so it's obvious to me, this is that we have bottomed, right? Unless some difference, we could have we could have some world event. It could be a black swan. You have to remember, anything could happen that changes the cycle of life. You have to be open-minded to that. No matter how good your analysis is and how much probability you use, you live in an infinite universe of infinite possibilities, and you have to be open-minded that anything could happen. All right. So, yeah, that's BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP, link in the description below to BOOKMAP. It'll also show you liquidations. We're just working on fixing that tweak for the new update. All right. ManVic BOOKMAP. Yeah. That's the 3-month candle. I mentally sold my paper short. I like it. He's like, I mentally sold my paper short. And look, we're down at 42,433, right? You're in the money now hard on that short. Like you can see, and that's why people come to my channel. All right? That's why people come to my channel, because 90% of the time, if you come here and you like to live trade with me or put up your analysis with mine, you're going to see that I'm going to be pretty dang accurate. Like if I call a short, there's an 80 to 90% accuracy that we're going down. If I call long, I'd say it's about an 80% rate that I'm going to be correct. And I sound like I'm being pompous. I hate to do that. Throw me out the window. Extract me from the equation. If you use the indicators that I use, you will see the same probabilities that I see. Simple stuff. Look, you lost a POC on the VRVP. Like, you're going lower. Like, you know what I mean? Simple stuff. Now, do we break this low? That's the question. Once we break that low, that's when we look for a bearish retest of this line and we short even harder, right? And you have to remember, they make an initial dump, then they go after the people that shorted, then they bring the pain. That's what a retest really is. All right? That's what a retest really is. I remember one time you said to just hit 3% and then compound it. Were you talking about doing it on the futures market? I mean, similar in a way, but I've done it. That's an old school idea that you can do, but that's not easy too. It looks easier on paper than it really is. And there's Bitcoin. We're about to lose 42.4, and the short's in the money now. You are in the money. I should have opened the short too, Hesitation on the short. I just got so many meetings today that I don't want to be involved in a bunch of trades that eat up my mind. You got to know when you need to trade and when you don't, depending on what your situation for the day is. And that's maturity, right? However, sometimes there is a trade to take. Like we're below the 200. No, not a lot. You could almost do a 15-to-1 risk on this thing, It's like one of the greatest risk-reward ratios I've ever seen. I almost feel like, why not just put $50 in it, God forbid I make a few $100 off the 50, All right. So that's one thing I'm looking at here on the short here for Bitcoin. And you're in the money. You are in the money. All right. First time I was looking at it really was like 525. I think that got moved down too, because that should be somewhere up at somewhere like that. But anyway, the idea is it's the 1 minute. And we're in some chop. I wouldn't be surprised if price action goes right back the other way. Just be careful. It feels like a false move Monday, One more sneeze. Come on, hat trick. You're funny, man. I've seen Lifer make the calls that stop out, but much more often they play out. Hey, man, I get stopped out all the time. It happens. 100%. I'm not going to tell you that 100% of the time when I tell you what's going to happen, it happens. But most of the time it does. Most of the time it does. You're at 42,406, right? Anyway. Yeah, 493 was the entry here on this chart, right? And you're in the money now. Number one, we talked about shorting the market last night, and you'd be in the money too, right? I could short the market, but I don't want to. Seems like going against the rules. See, you want to just make your mind limber and open, all right? Let's get back to the pi cycle, though. Let's get back to pi cycle. We were doing good. We were doing good. Where did I put that thing? Well, I must have moved away from it, right? No, here we go. No, what? Yeah, what was I doing over here? So I really want to show you pi cycle chart real fast. Cardano, when the datas are the only alts, yeah, bless your boys, man. Any hidden bullish diverters defined. I can show the market what I want to. No, super chat. So we're going to get this pi cycle done. And then we're going to get into Where did I actually close the pi cycle? I must have changed it when I was looking for the short. No, here it is. All right. I was about to say, I didn't close that. Thank you. I need a good programmer. So look, this is a beautiful pi cycle chart. Now, to me, the bottom was in. Number one, I found the hidden bullish, the bullish divergence of the weekly, which told me that was our bottom. But again, these were really far apart, which tells you that that's your bottom. And you get the curve. That's your bottom. That's where you bottom. Right now we're starting kind of this slow consolidation. And think about it. Our consolidation is 40K. Our last consolidation here, we were at 1,000 and we boomed to 20K. Here, this consolidation, we were at 9,000 and we boomed up to 60. So now we're at 40,000. So here we 20x'd. Here we 7x'd. Here, if we even the 3 to 4x, I mean, you're going to, you're going to basically at $160,000 Bitcoin, right? So, must have been watching King Ted Coins if he messed up once. Must have been watching King Ted Coins if he messed up once. Funny. Death cross of the 50 and the 200 hasn't happened since July. Exactly. When you short the market, you actually make the price go up because they come after the stops above, unless you win, And look, we're back to 42,520. That was a fast scalp short, so I didn't take the short. I'm not feeling the market this week, and so if you see me not take a short, it's sad because I want to promote. I make more money when I promote trading, right? When you see me live trade, everyone wants a live trade. I make commissions. It's all good. Like everyone, I'm not, but I also to me, I'm not about the money. I'm about just what makes me comfortable. That's how I got successful, just being real with myself, and everything just came. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I never had to chase it. It just eventually came. I built it, but I never had to chase it. So look, the buy cycle tells me that we have our bottom, and when this crosses, that's when we're going to get out of the market. So everyone, when we finally in this thing, this is going to be different than before, but the big one's going to come up somewhere here, and it may only go up to here, You see, Bitcoin's eventually going to do this. I mean, that's is that 3 million? Right? So, and it just slowly over time will hit $1 million. That's the million right there. And so, see, this chart will go from boom to kind of like that. And then eventually, I think it just kind of does that. And then after the last one's mined, it's weird, right? So, we're in an interesting time to take advantage of this market too. We may never get as much volatility as we're getting. You got to take advantage of these markets when you have them. That's another thing that I realized as a trader. And that's why you want to fine-tune your skills and join a trading group. So maybe this year, the next 2 years, you're not able to take the most liquidity out of the market. But 4 or 5 years from now, you will be because you put in that work. If you right now start your trading and say, hey, you know what? it's going to take me 5 years to become I'm going to make my first mill trading. It's going to take me 5 years. I have a 5-year plan. I tell everyone, start with a 5-year plan, because what that will do is it will give you won't be freaking out when you make some mistakes, because you realize that you have time to learn. Now, you also have to set a sense of urgency. Don't say, oh, whenever it happens, it happens. That mentality can be the mentality that never gets you there too. I do believe there's urgency in entrepreneurship and building your wealth and pushing yourself to the limit. You definitely need that. But when it comes to, trading, give yourself a 5-year plan, please. Say, hey, I'll be with the lifer for a year and see what he has to say. 6 months, whatever you want. Spend whatever time you want with me. Learn from everybody around. Find out what suits you. You know what I mean? Find out what suits you, what fits you. Funny how Doge and Chip are exactly where I bought it. Yet Bitcoin is up $17,000. You guys saw me buy all the BTC. I bought so much Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, I made a decent amount of gains. They're unrealized. I didn't sell them. But I did a great move for my net worth. I really did. I took basically a third of what I had at the moment, and I pumped it all into Bitcoin. Basically, you guys watched me buy about $500,000 worth of Bitcoin on the live stream. You guys did. All the times I did 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. It was insane. Bitcoin not going to 10K. Bitcoin not going to 10K. Stop it. I didn't say that. Who said that? Bitcoin will be at least 4 digits next year in the next 1 to 2 years. At least 4 digits. Are you serious? I bet stage 4 cancer a couple of years ago. I beat stage 4. Now I have 2K left in the bank and 1K in crypto. Don't feel like working a matrix job ever again. So I'm here to educate. Hey man, Klaus Karras, you're do it if you want it. My $1 million check for trading up on the wall to remind me of the goal. Hey man, I like that. And after the first mill, the next mill is a lot easier. I'll tell you that. After the first mill, the next mill is a lot easier. So now look, Bitcoin at 410, struggling. And again, see how they're playing with the price action? That's why using the moving averages is key. You just humbly keep your stop loss on the other side of that 200 SMA, and you just don't care what they do. They could, I love it. It keeps me poised. It keeps me humble. All right. Hope you're doing amazing, lifer. Shout out to Juice World, man. I love you, brother. Hope you're having a good time, man. God bless you, man. Thank you for everything, bro. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to yours, bro. Many, many times you used any link that I had. You supported me. And I just want to say, I don't know if you ever realized how much you truly did support me, but God bless you, bro. From my family to yours, man, thank you so much. Blessings on blessings to you. You will live a blessed life, bro. You bless me in ways I could not believe. I'll get on my hands and knees forever. And thank you, man. God bless you, brother. You've been super nice. You help people in the group. You create a good energy, good vibe. If everyone, I just really appreciate you, man. Thank you. And look, 42,394. You're in the money now on the short. You can't say I told you to long, right? And again, everyone thinks it's my idea. It's not my idea. I'm giving you the probability. Look at all this liquidity down here. Bitcoin likely wants to go to the downside. I just got my own Bitcoin miner running. That sounds awesome. I wish I was doing that. Master friend, that's a man. Go join the 99 and take the Lev class. Yep. That a man. Yep. Which 200 SMA on the trading view do you use, Sam? Love hanging out with you. You just bring smiles. Shout out to Matty Hall. We love you. We appreciate you. Shout out to the 1,190 people on the live. We have one life to live, everyone. We really do. We have one life to live. And if we waste most of it upset, arguing, you know what happened last night? All right. Can I tell you guys what happened to me and my wife this morning? And they're going to vote, babe, on who was wrong. All right. Why? I think it's funny. No. We're going to break it down. All right. Was it my fault? All right. Or hers? All right. And maybe it was neither. Right? Maybe it was neither. Okay. Was it my fault or hers? This is a fun game. This is fun for all couples. All right. And I'll go in the doghouse for it. It's okay. Was it my fault or hers? Yours. Now, most guys are just going to say yours, right? This is going to get spicy, though. My wife is. And neithers. We're going to put neither fault. Neither. I don't even know if I'm spelling it right. Neither. All right. I'm going to tell you what happened. Who wants to hear the story or who wants the charts, number one? All right. I just feel like we have Bitcoin in a nutshell right now. Like, we're short. Market's moving a little slow, right? We won't get blindsided. We have a moment in time here, right? I'm finishing up the pi cycle, but I'm telling you, when these two lines touch, we're going to get out of the market. That's going to be the top. They're going to come up and somewhere they're going to touch. And when they get really close in touch, we are out of the market, everybody. 180, 160, 140. I don't know what it is. Bang. All right. All right, so this is what happened. Yesterday, my wife says there's a place near our house that does one pizza, get one pizza free. Only on Tuesdays, though, from like 12 to 4 or something. So if you get a pizza, you get a pizza of the same type for free. I mean, it's a great deal, right? $20 pizza, don't spend $40 in taxes, almost $48. Just get one pizza for $22, $23. Amazing, right? So we used to do it a year or two ago, and we stopped doing it. And today she's like, I want to do that deal again. So she sent me for the deal, and she ordered extra sauce. She wanted a thing of extra sauce. Number one, we have sauce at home that we could have had, whatever. But they gave me a little container of sauce. That sauce was a pain, right? I brought the pizzas into the trunk. Then I had the sauce. I brought the sauce into the car. I didn't want it to move. I was like, oh God, it takes one of your kids just to grab that sauce container, and it's everywhere, right? Anyway, so the sauce stays out, and it stays next to the pizza, and people come and go and eat it. And my wife, it's 2 big pies, and we have, we watch other people's kids, and they came and they had a slice, and so people came in and out of the house saying hi to us, and some people had some slices, and eventually there was like a slice or two kind of left. One kid had pulled the cheese off, and it was done. And normally, I would tell my wife, hey, please, can we throw the food away? My wife is pregnant, and lately she's been a little lazy about throwing food away. I might wake up the next morning and there's a pot on the stove or there's something, and I'm just like, now my dad was super strict about stuff like that. So it gets to me. I'm like, guys, we got to throw food away. Now, in my defense, I could have thrown the food away last night. But I woke up. I didn't order the pizza too, and I wasn't really in charge of it. I did eat a slice of it though, real quick. But I heated something else up, and I washed my dish, threw my stuff out, cleaned all the stuff, took care of everything that I did. Right. I did. Me and Master Friend were together last night for 2 hours, going on the market together, talking like strategy, and that's why I missed Crypto Billy's Twitter, which I never would have. But I got caught up with Master Friend, and I was having a blast in the charts, and I had to make a choice at one point, and it was what it was. It happened. So the point of the story is, I'm finished at like 12 last night, 12:30. I'm exhausted. I'm taking my tie off last night at like 12 o'clock at night, and I get into my pajamas, and it's time for bed. I go upstairs, have a couple glasses of water. Most of the lights are off. I go to bed. Now the pizza and the sauce are still on the table. All right, it's a long story, I know. So this morning I wake up, and the first thing I do when I wake up is my wife's like, "We're late. You're late. It's 7." I usually wake up at 7:20. She's like, "You're late. We gotta wake up the kid." So I had to wake up immediately, make my daughter's breakfast, and get her to school. I come back in. The first thing I do, and I boiled my wife's water. She's supposed to put the eggs in. She didn't put the eggs in. I was gone the whole time. When I got back, the water was still boiling, and it was just a funny morning. Anyway, so I told her, I got to go downstairs. I got to get back to the charts. I got to get into Bitcoin. I got to do what I got to do. Have a talk with one of my employees, do the stuff. I go upstairs to work out at 9:15, and I take off my sweater, I take off my shirt, and I just kind of leave it on a chair in the kitchen, and it falls over a little bit onto the table. Now, I don't know this, but what does it do? It falls on top of the tomato sauce in that little container, all right? Bang, all right? And so next thing you know, I'm working out. Bum, bum, bum. When I finish working out, I don't like leaving all my stuff around, which I have done before because I work, and I grab all my clothes and my stuff. And when I grab my clothes, it pulls that little container of sauce. It goes up in the air. It hits the ground. It goes all over the kitchen, all over the dining room rug, and all over the place. And I have to go to my live stream. Whose fault is it? All right? Whose fault is it? Like, is it her fault for not putting the sauce away? Is it my fault for not putting the sauce away? Did I not pay attention when I put my clothes on? You know what I mean? I felt like I got set up. Was it neither of us faults? You know what I mean? And then the sauce was all over the place. All right? No, I don't feel bad at all. I really don't care. It's hilarious. Like, it's an old rug we'll probably replace. It's not a big deal. Like, I don't feel bad at all. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Your fault for not looking, right? You spilled it. Sums up marriage. Neither. Freak accident. It kind of was a freak accident. That's how I feel about it. Your fault. But hey, you have the funds. Yours, you lost the sauce. So 53% say it's my fault, babe. So you win, okay, honey? When? No use crying over spilled sauce, babe, okay? And look, there's 42,380 as we get the dump further to the downside. And I told you we were going lower, but you wanted to play games. And you wanted... No, I'm messing with you. Anyway, when you're married, it's always your fault, even when it's not. Life lessons. Cesar Cordero is the man. Yeah. What did the wise man say to his wife? Nothing. He was a wise man. Sorry. Hey. If my husband costs money, I'm really mad. But when we don't have a lot of money. Agreed. Yeah. Pizza is so good. Was all worth the laugh. I love it. Yeah. You split her sauce, dude. She may have wanted it today. No. She's pregnant. It's always your fault, man. Otherwise, it's still your fault. Any discount codes for the Crypto Lifer group? No, not. We had them going, but not anymore now. You both got lost in the sauce. That's kind of what happened, I guess, right? So I wanted to show you the Pi Cycle top. This is how we're going to get out of Bitcoin as a group. When these lines get close, we're going to start DCAing out of our altcoins. We're going to start taking money out of the market. And you know what? We're going to be pretty dang close to the top, and we're going to do a pretty good job using this indicator. With this indicator, we'll find some other precise ideas too to couple this. And shout out to the 77. Look, 1177. You got to love that, right? God bless the 534 people on the live. $387 in chat revenue. God bless you all. Thank you so much. What a beautiful time. You seem happy. It's nice. Glad someone is. Yeah. You got to stay happy all the time. I never heard of adding sauce to pizza after it's cooked. Really? It's just a little thing. It depends on the place. If you worry that the place might have been a little dry on the pie, you know what I mean? A little dry on the pie. Then, You toss. If you're a little dry on the pie, then you toss some sauce. See, I'm always rhyming all the time, right? With kids, you always have to watch where you're walking. I know, right? With the pie cycle, anytime the two lines meet, you get a pump first. I disagree with that, honestly. You know what I mean? I mean, right when they're about to meet, maybe, right? But no, when they touch, that's the end of the cycle. See right there? Yeah. I guess you're right. It did pump from 54 to like 60. So you get the cross, look for a pump, get out. Maybe. I'd rather just start DCAing out like throughout the range, you know? Look, you had a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there too, though. I would be grateful and take the blame for small problems in life. Amen. It was such a small problem. Like, I do see it up there. I'm going to have to rent one of those, like, I'll rent one of those cleaners, right, babe? Okay. Your jacket sauce in the wrong carpets. You catch 18 years. Oh, my gosh. I never eat pizza with extra sauce, but it sounds good. It wasn't a problem. It's all good. Who's cleaning the rug? Her probably, so she's good. Wifer needs a foot massage now. You guys are funny, man. Anyway, let's jump on into the super chats. GLQ bouncing up 114%. That's the bigger winner in the game. Put it out 4 days ago in the trading group. You would have access to this if you joined with the link up here. Also, if you want to trade where we trade, take advantage of the game. You're now at 42,346. The short is now in the money very nicely at 42,350. Now there's no suggestions that that's a short call right there. You're now in the money clearly. Clearly. You can now move your stop to break even or take profits. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but right now in front of you, you're in the money, baby. You're in the money on Bitcoin. Take the stop, swing it to break even, and you can remain in the money right now and see where this takes you. All right? That's what I'd be doing. I'd either take profits or swing my stop to break even. I don't play games when it comes to my account. Maybe that was a sign that Bitcoin is dumping. I'm going long at 42.1. Where's the pineapple on the pizza? Here we go. I knew that was coming. Only used for pineapple is on pizza. Yeah, I had to cut bread out of my diet. No pizza for me. NJ has the best pizza. It was like a year or two where I didn't eat pizza. I went about almost 2 years. I just didn't want cheese. I was eating too much cheese all the time. Kind of back to my cheese again. I got to stop, I think. Right, babe? Mom. She sounds so scary up there, right? It's like, stop. I'll scrub the floors tomorrow, I swear. Like, please. Jumped in ID last night with you, and it's moving. You know, I haven't looked at it yet. It's a long-term hold for me. We'll see where it goes. I got in at that 3, you know. Wow, we're at 3.5. Wow, we got a nice pump to the upside. Bang, we're in the money right now. Inverted head and shoulder. It did get a nice move. 4 hours a bit overbought, though. But we did get into the money on ID. In at the triple threes. Not a huge move. What is it, 2 or 3%? Wow, 9 or 10% actually. Holding like 6% gains. That cauliflower pizza pretty dope. Comes from a New Yorker. You know, I could see how cauliflower would taste good. No such thing as too much cheese. I agree with that. I'm one of those people. I'm a cheese fiend. Like, cheese is just, like, I'm in love with it. Like, if I could marry cheese, I might have. You know? Like a cheese doll. Like a person made of cheese. Right? All right, let's take a look here at Secret with hidden bullish divergence, the secret network, and you just might not know about it. I know, all right, I'm hilarious, right? My wife didn't get it. See, because it's a secret. I don't, I'm just. Anyway, let's take a look at what's happening here for the secret network. My man said hidden bullish divvy on Secret. Let's take a look at the daily time frame and see what he's saying. Is he right on? Is he spot on? What's happening? It does have a slope downward here on the RSI. However, price action also does the same. We could extend it over here and say it slopes downward here. Well, this slopes up. It's a little bit of hidden bullish, in my humble opinion. It's not perfect, though. And you do have that not in between, which could negate it. My mom forced me and my sister to eat her pregnant cravings for dinner when she was pregnant, and no one was cold pineapple with cold cheddar cheese. My mom forced me and my sister to eat her pregnant cravings? Why? Cold pineapple with cold cheddar cheese? Jesus. Why would she do that to you? Just because, whatever, your mom's a blessing, you know? Cauliflower wings at Buffalo Wings are fire. Wow. My roll pump hasn't hit 9669. I know. Well, it's supposed to hit the low, right? I heard pineapple makes the sauce taste sweeter. That makes sense. Secret Networks in a cup and handle. Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. We pull the fib, and it puts us at the golden Paquito. Perfecto, right? We have beautiful support at 3240, also at 3588, and bouncing off of the golden pocket and the 0.65 and the 0.618 right there where that wick touched into the gold. That's the golden pocket right there, but these two white lines on the Fibonacci level. Learn your Fibonacci, understand retracement. So you can see I'm using Fibonacci, support or resistance, patterns, VRVP, moving averages, and years of data. And my brain, right? I think, sometimes. You don't really have to, though. Be careful for the upside down pineapples. Yikes. It was our dessert. She didn't want to make, it was our dessert. She didn't want to make anything else. Well, dessert, that's not bad. I've had that, you know. Great TA, Sam. Thanks. And saludos from sunny Safi, Malta. We love you, man. I appreciate that. Hot honey on pizza is the new thing. That's crazy. Get away from me. Get away from me. Look at Bitcoin 42,300. You are in the money on the short. You are in the money on the short. I repeat, you are in the money on the short. The short has been brought to break even live on camera again. I gave you a live trade again, accurately again, between 10 and 12 o'clock. I produced the ability to an entry, a stop, and you are in the money. You risked your money. If you had the education that I teach you, you were able to pull off and replicate this idea. Maybe you did this for the first time and you learned. I hope I was able to teach you by doing. Most people just show you stuff that happened already or the entry they made in some cool group or behind the scenes. I want you to see it live every single day. I want you to be involved. I want you to get it. I want you to be a part of what's happening. 42,340. You got to love the movement to the downside. I don't care which way we go as long as we make gains every single day. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I'd stay away from TRB. That thing is insanity. Shout out to anyone that jumped into ID. That was in this kind of shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Bit of a funky pattern, to say the least. Scrambled eggs on leftover pizza is the best. That's nuts, but it doesn't sound bad. I could probably hang with that. 42,300. Continue to the downside. Let's take out this low. If we take out the low, it negates the bullish div completely. Which is such a strong bullish div. I would be surprised if we take this low out. I will be. 4 hour needs to come down and eventually round out, find a higher low, and get itself back inside of this pattern. We need to make an inverted Adam and Eve here. Break ourselves back inside the pattern. That's like the hopeful. That's like, you know, I'm drawing at straws for hope there, though. Please give your extra food to the animals. I usually throw it off the deck into the woods. Yeah. Do we also have a nice hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame? I have a peanut butter and jelly on a burger at a gourmet shop in North Cal. It was actually Did you write I? ITE? It was actually I. Is that what you said? ITE? I don't know. I'm old. I don't know what the new kids are doing these days. That new fandango language there. Going to be joining the trading group this month. Do you go live or do you share your trade ideas at specific times? I'm in the UK, so interested in timings. We got people from all around the world, man. And you're only 5 hours from me, and I'm putting out updates anywhere between 6, 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and I like to be really active late at night between about 9 and 1 in the morning. It's a very active time for me, which is going to be like, you know, your 2, 3, 4, 5. But a lot of things are things I'm waiting on and alerts. So they play out by 7 a.m. your time, 8 a.m., 12 a.m. It all works, I believe. A lot of things are 3 to 4 day. Looks, it's there's many people in the UK, and they love the group. Yeah. Ketchup and hot sauce on pizza. Let's go. Only 1 or 2 pieces though. Yeah, you can't put the ketchup on the pizza, man. Come on, that's a no-no. You can't put ketchup on the pizza, my man. Right? Put a 1 if you agree with me. No ketchup on the pizza, bro. Like, you already had tomato sauce. Like, don't put ketchup on the pizza. That's the one thing I don't think I'll ever do, and I hope I never do. If you see me putting ketchup on my pizza, like, slap the pizza out of my hand immediately, and then like press the ketchup into my face and like cover me with ketchup. You know what I mean? Please, immediately, like without, like, don't even think about it. I don't think it'll ever happen, but if you ever see me putting ketchup on my pizza, please, unless I'm like, trying to survive and it's like all the substance that I have, or I do like what I'm seeing here for Secret Network. It does have a lot of resistance, came up, came back, resistance. Previous support becoming, previous resistance becoming support here. If it does drop, you got the 786. You do have the 200 SMA. It could go lower. Definitely something to look at here. Cup and network on the Secret Network. I may fine tune this or look at it on different time frames, but I do really like what I'm seeing. I'm putting an alert here for the Secret Network. If you could do a full arm stretch without the cheese breaking on your pizza, you don't have a pizza. Also, you need to go like this, and the cheese needs to, yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that. Pizza with ketchup is good, or ranch. Oh gosh, my daughter puts ketchup on everything from pizza to watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. She puts ketchup on the watermelon, man. You got. In Mexico, it's common. They put ketchup on pizza, yet pizza sucks in Mexico. You're funny. Let's take a look at COREUM. And COREUM, remember, we kept looking at it to the downside, not looking amazing. All right. So look, the market was pretty flat today. We didn't get a huge move. Really 42550 to 423,290. That was really what we got today. But I gave you the majority of that move. So there wasn't much, but I did squeak out what we had out of it, right? So I looked at COREUM. I didn't like that it's in a descending triangle, in my humble opinion, they're bearish. However, it did consolidate tight after after a big pump. I just didn't like the way that it just, that is a double bottom though. I'll give you that. And it did break out. Now it's coming down for the retest. So here's the deal for COREUM. If you like this project, if you're into it, I'm not into it. I don't want to trade it. I don't like the candles. I just get weird vibes from the whole setup, so I'm not into it. But again, it may be the big winner for someone else, and it may make your day. It may change your life. So I don't want to hate on anyone else's fortune here. It did wick here off the 200 on the 15. It did bounce. To me, that's what's called a retest. It's retesting. Here's a trend. It found a trend. It pumped nicely. It came back down. You just want to see COREUM make, come down here on the Stokes, reset, and never go back inside the pattern. If it does that, you can play this flag back to the upside. Maybe it makes some, you don't know exactly what flag it's going to make. But as long as it makes a flag and it never goes back inside here, it's likely headed further up to a bigger target. The measured move that I took for it says that it could get to 41 cents. All right. I don't like this setup. I'm not a huge fan of it. The safest bet is to wait for it to break out, retest the 23 cent area, and then ride it to a resistance at 33 cents and call it a day, right? Swing trade the best part of it and move on, Saucer swap, which continues to do damage since I put it out here in this rising wedge, and it pumped to the upside 36% and then continued to go up. And who gave this to us? Token Metrics. It's insane, right? We went over this not last Thursday night. We went over this in my weekly screen share. You would have learned about this coin, Saucer Swap. And other people kept bringing it up and saying it was hot and saying that it was something we should put on the radar, right? It's interesting. And every single Monday in the morning, I put out more good Token Metrics info to hook you up, right? But Sauce, man, it's interesting. Wow. And there it was just on December 24th, and this thing blasted. And then, look, the last 2 days, it was in an inverted shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. If you go to the 4 hour, I bet the 4 hour had tight moving averages, which it did. The 200 can be the outlier. And look at that. Tight moving averages, boom to the upside, shoulder, head, right shoulder, sauce. Saucer swap to the upside. Saucer swap all the way back at 9 cents. This thing is on a moon mission and continuing to the upside. I'd like to deep dive it for a split second and really just kind of like what makes it tick. I think we did deep dive it already, but I got to do it again. Saucer swap. It's 2,000. It's low, right? $51 million market cap. Just been continuing to push up since the 16th. Banging. It's got Hedera hash graph address, so that's interesting. It's on Hedera. Wow. That's weird. Wow, it's got a bunch of privacy stuff over here. Your gateway to efficient markets, an open source non-custodial crypto trading protocol on the Hedera network. Saucer swap. Total value locked 74 million. Trade volume 403 million. Market cap 51 million. Trending. Cream, Space Ape, Banana Coin. Remember that puppy? Space Ape, XSauce. Swap tokens. Interesting. Provide liquidity, earn token incentives. Stake the sauce to earn rewards from the swap fees. Interesting. How much on the sauce? Step 1. Stake sauce and receive X sauce. To receive X sauce and earn triple the rewards. Wow. Stake your X sauce in community pools to earn HTS tokens. What do you do with the HTS tokens? Stake sauce link NFTs in community pools for an ARP boost. Wow. Stake sauce, receive X sauce immediately. Get your X sauce buyback receipt tokens for step 2. Which isn't ready yet, but so you can see how I could see this continue to pump because I got excited. I kind of want to buy some sauce and not even to make money on sauce. I want to play with the ecosystem. There's a lot of people that don't even know how to chart, don't look at the charts, and they're getting into sauce today for that reason. So now we got a little understanding of what's happening with sauce and why it's pumping, what's happening behind the scenes, underneath the hood. This is going to go parabolic. Wait till it's listed on Binance or Coinbase, and boom. Sauce, 17 hours. We knew about this coin a long time ago. Saucer swap was on our radar, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? Maybe even back near Christmas too, because I have it drawn here, so I was looking at it down somewhere in Christmas time. Saucer swap. Pretty crazy that it's pumping like it did. I didn't give this setup. I'm pretty sure I did not. We may have gone over it. So look, I was going over this coin in 11:17 at 9 a.m. We were trading sauce in a cup and handle as it hit this key area 786. Look, amazing, right? Saucer swap. So 11:17, I'm going over this coin. It's a penny and a half, right? Now it is, 9.5 cents. So in 3 months, you'll learn about so many coins if you join my trading group. Just indirectly, I'm going to put you on without me even realizing it. My ability to constantly search the charts is going to help you find coins that you wouldn't believe. I'm just going to be on it all the time. Yeah, Mara back down to 17. That's crazy too, right? And it's a good time to buy some more Mara. And I would like to pump even more in at one point. But crazy now, I'm only up $3,000. I was up like thousands of dollars. It's kind of crazy. We were up like 30 grand. Insane, right? But again, Mara's a long-term hold for me. If I'd sold it, I would have immediately gone into a short-term. And I have so much income this year. I do not want any more. I just did not want to add more income at the present moment. I didn't. And that may sound crazy to you, but until I have the right offset, just to me, not the right time to unload those profits. And again, I'm going to buy more Mara at these levels. And we might even go lower too. But these are good, in my mind, these are good places to buy, And I don't know how much more cash I have. Anyway, I'll look at this another time. But yeah, I bought more MAR on the low here. And wow, it dumped 100% in crazy. Now we're still up almost 100%. Remember, we got into MAR at 9. And so we're still doing really good. Like, we're up way more than, we're up nice. But still, I did buy at 22. I did buy at 23, you see. So now I'm dollar cost average. I'm still up $3,000 on the position. We'll go from there, right? And you can't, if you want to make big money, you can't stress 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand. Like, you want to make $500,000, $1 million trading, or you want to, at least $250,000, you can't stress a $30,000 up and down move. You can't stress a $100,000 move. Like, you get better at this over time, right? Just bought MAR in a 401k and moved GBTC to FBTC to save on fees. Smart move. I'm down on MAR, not going to look. Dang. I've watched the APAR community go through this whole bear. All-time highs coming. Be careful. Sauce used to be cheap. It was, yeah. Now, the 4 hours overbought with some bearish div. Let's take a look at the daily and what else is happening to Sauce. Like, is it worth jumping on in? I don't, You got some bearish divergence, hard bearish divergence too. Like, real hard. And you may kind of slow down here. The run, I don't know. Look at the daily, though. The daily suggests that this is just getting started. The daily suggests you're just getting started and a big move is coming. And it's going up even more to the target. So the daily says, hey, you broke out. You fall through with momentum. The next daily candle strong. 12.88 cents is the target. How do we get there? I don't ape into green candles, so I got to look at the smaller time frame. Doesn't look amazing. And again, a lot of people going in and out, not really caring about the chart, so you could definitely see how the price action could be a little funky. A flag like this would make some sense. The daily says it still has momentum. And I could be wrong. I do the best I can with the years of trading that I have. All right. You guys ever heard of the $2,000 pizza that's sprinkled with real gold dust? No. Sauce isn't new. We talked about it a year ago when it was a half a penny. Yep. If sauce gets too hot, it will no longer be liquid. That's hilarious. Oh, interesting. You now see someone's like chat history and stuff throughout the year. I love that. And I like my BEAMX. Remember, I grabbed a lot more BEAMX at that 618, 786 level. Let's take a look if it was a good look or not. And so, remember, I snatched it, and I publicly said, that's what I do too. Like last night, I grabbed more Tara. And I said, I'm buying more Tara here. I bought more Beam down here at these levels, and it ended up playing out pretty nicely, right? We got a nice boom to the upside. And, still at the top of the channel. Is it in a bugle or did it actually break out? Hard to tell. I give it a breakout. I just like this coin. I'm going to continue to accumulate it. Nice that we got the jump up. Is it going to be amazing? Not as much information on the daily, but the daily does look like it wants to continue to the upside. The 12-hour, the 22, also showing signs of life after the pump. Man, 12-hour needs to kind of reset, though. 6-hour, 4-hour, every single time frame suggests that you're going lower. Really, you just, it would say you hit the top of the channel. You're going, so I would do this. You broke out. And let's just see if Beam can kind of do some type of retracement without going back inside the pattern. As long as you don't go back inside this trend line, you're bullish. You go back inside this trend line, then it's time to accumulate possibly lower prices. Or at least near the bottom of that trend line. All right. That's how I played BEAMX. And I'm a long-term holder of that coin. Got in early and then got in on the dip too as well. Looks interesting to me. Connected to Solana. I like that exposure to the ecosystem. Solana continues to pump. BEAMX will do well. And I believe Solana will continue to pump. So I believe BEAMX could do some numbers too. So that's why I'm into it. Let's take a look at the risk-reward ratio. What I'm looking for. What I'm into it. What I believe in it. And XAI continue to pump at $1 there. On the radar of a lot of people. And this is Beam here. It's BEAMX on, on MEXC just because they have two different beams. But this is Beam. It's this. See, I had this color. That's how you know it's Beam. $1 billion market cap already, which is kind of crazy, right? Big market cap. But I believe this thing could do a 20x, a 30x. I really do. And yeah, so top 4 gaming gems, Beam, dude. And I believe that it can really, Beam is a token service, native crypto asset for the Beam network, a gaming network and powered by the Merit Circle DAO. And remember, I got into Merit Circle early. They changed the name to Beam. Beam is an ecosystem where gamers and developers come together. Remember when I picked up Merit Circle back in the day? I was trading it, and I can prove it to you because you'd be like, no way, this guy wasn't on Beam before it was even called Beam. Yes, I was. Merit Circle. You can see some of the first times I put out Merit Circle, 10/15/2013. Merit Circle on MEXC, right? 2 main things, the name keeps coming up. Also, spotlight on tokenmetrics, the 3-day chart, right at the POC. Like, you would have known about these things way back in the day. Merit Circle, 8/28/2003. In the summer. Merit Circle, still on the radar, 8/23. I first learned about it when it hit Bybit, 8/15. UFO Gaming, I'm talking about all these different coins that are coming out. And I must have brought up, look, UFO Gaming has selected several high-impact partnerships, such as Kadena, Merit Circle, right? Citizens X, Polygon, and ShibaSwap. UFO Gaming, I did a research on it, and in came Merit Circle, right? This guy, I'm watching Merit Circle in my trading group. Listed on KuCoin on September. A year ago and change, we knew about this stuff. So, like, if you come to right now, we're talking about a coin today, and a year from now, we're going to show you, we were going over this coin back, so just come to the channel, join the trading group, get to a place. We do this every day. I don't take a day off. So what do you think is going to happen? You think you're not going to learn enough? Look, you're at 42,270. You're in the money now, beautifully in the short. The short went exactly the way it was supposed to go. I gave you the call, showed the stop loss, which got brought to break even in front of you. Dragged the stop loss to break even in front of you. In the money. In the money. Yet again, I do this every day between 10 and 12. Some days I back off and I say no. But, I give you where I believe, where the charts are telling me Bitcoin's likely going to go. We are still somewhat bullish if we can remain above this line, but the second we break that low, it is a wrap. We are headed likely down to $38,000. BOOKMAP is building the liquidity. It's got us here at 41.5 now, telling us that that's where it likely wants to go. And then we have 38,000 here, and then we even have this little guy here at 40,600 to bridge us through liquidity. It's like a frog stepping on lily pads, nice little bridge there to get us to the next bigger zone. Again, I'm still not telling you we're going all the way to the downside. I'm going to take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. But you're in the money now, 42,229. I called the short to the downside. A lot of people on this chart were like, we're reversing, we're pumping. I don't know where they get their knowledge. I don't know what they were saying. But we did it again here on the channel. Bang, 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 bang. 42,200 now, about to lose that. We told you, if you listened, who is in the money right now, paying attention to what they get educated with on the channel with the lifer. Bang. SEC getting toasted. Alts pump soon. Bitcoin next zone is 42,160. Downside on the 15-minute and 30-minute, 41,600. Shout out to anyone that made gains in the trading group. Put a 333 if you made gains. I want to see 100 million bazillion 333s. We had 1,000, 1,200 people on the live, 600 likes, $391 in chat revenue. The coach is going to bounce back faster than he ever thought possible. He's with the lifers, baby. Nobody falls with the lifers. And so this is why people like joining the trading group. I'll put out charts like this and ideas like this all throughout the day if I see them. Anything that I see, I'll put out for you. All right. Took profits. Amen. I do remain somewhat bullish if this bullish divergence can stay with this low. We must get back inside the pattern, though. And I've given you everything I could for Bitcoin. Everything I could. A live trade, weekly analysis, pi cycle. Like, I couldn't give you any more of my knowledge. Like, I gave you everything I had today. I love you all. And love is an action word. You show people you love them by giving them what you have. That's how you show people you love them. Whether it's knowledge, whether it's caring, whether it's, whether you're a good chef. I used everything you taught me and teach, even though I'm new. The group right now, you're still my mentor. I'm not in the group. You're still my mentor. Shout out to Crash Gordon. We love you, man. I gave you my like, man. Thank you. Bitcoin short is going well. Also joining my Chicago pizza with honey on it. Isn't it like an hour? It's 11 o'clock and you're eating pizza. Chicago pizza with honey on it. Why not? I'm DCing on every 200 pullback in a small amounts. Cheese and honey, they just don't do it for me. I like my cheese. I guess I could have honey cheese. I don't know. It's a bit of a question though. Let's take a look here at AVAX USDT. And the show's not over till we finish the super chats. So the last time I looked at AVAX, it was in a falling wedge, wanted to break back to the upside. 4-hour, however, has major divergence and is below its 200 SMA. When you start losing the 4-hour 200 SMA, you have to expect to come to the 8-hour 200 SMA, which you kind of did. Maybe you come to the 22-hour 200 SMA. Now you pull a Fibonacci. It's not a cha, it's a chi, but it's cool. You come down here to the 618, 6.65. That's the golden Paquito. That's an area that you're looking at for a possible bounce at about 25 for AVAX. Alluvium Gaming, I'm super into. Awesome, me too. I own some Alluvium. Cheese has an incredibly wide variety. It's unfair to generalize the flavor. I agree with that. There's so many cheeses. I ate beef and bean burritos for breakfast and washed it down with chips and salsa. How did you drink chips and salsa? Like, how did you wash down? Don't you have to eat those? Anyway, so AVAX could come back down to the 618 and that 200 SMA on the 2-hour. Now, if you can get the bounce, so I would like to play AVAX kind of on a long-term swing. I think there's better out there for, I believe like games for a living probably will make a better return. You never know, though. It's also way riskier than AVAX. So you might only get a 10x out of AVAX, a 15, but you have to risk way more to get a 50x out of games for a living, right? Sam, the sauce spiller. Yeah, I spilled the sauce, man. It's horrible. Horrible. So yeah, I'm looking for this. I want to see it get about. If it doesn't, I'm looking to accumulate at the 618. If it goes up sideways, I want to trade that flag when it bounces off the trend line once or twice there and get on in, right? With the low stochastics on like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and tight moving averages. But right now, there could be more of a pullback for AVAX back to the $24 region. Went all the way to 50 from it did a 5x. It's on Solana, man. You got to get a wallet and trade on Rad or Ogre or Orca. Yeah. What are you talking about? Did I miss it? Yeah. You're right. I'm not James Bond. Just someone close to me using his account. Yeah, you changed my life. It feels good to never have to work a 9 to 5 again. God bless you, Cooler Jay. So you start on my channel, you learn from me, and you never work a 9 to 5 again, right? Cooler Jay. That's what I want to hear. I want to know people are actually getting out of the 9 to 5 and changing their lives. 100%. 100%. All right. I make my own cheese with homemade milk kefir. Can you please send me some? I always ask every time because I think it's probably, you probably have the best kefir in town. I talked about polytrade. I went over it multiple times, said it's likely going to pump to the upside. I showed you the falling wedge that was going to break out. It did this. It took about 3 22-hour candles to make 57% gains out of polytrade. I always find this coin funny because it's called trade. Like, wouldn't you trade the coin called trade, right? And how did they get lucky enough to call themselves trade, right? But polytrade booms to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Polytrade, right? And I've been looking at this polytrade, tight moving averages, falling wedge, back to the upside. I believe we put this out in the trading group, but polytrade for 57% gains. If my team can find out when I swung that thing out there, but I know I did. Up 57% on the wick, probably still holding gains of about like 50%. I like that coin. It's always been good to me. Tight moving averages above the high volume node here. If I move this, I think, but still above the high volume node. Falling wedge, high, low, higher, the trend line held, boom. I've traded these falling wedges inside of the channel many times after the fake out on the sideline. It's weird. That's something that took me years to learn because I had to see it so many different times to be able to just fluidly nail it like that. I would like to see someone try milking a bull. I want to trade to be my 9 to 5, but don't have the funds for the sub. It's okay, man. Just keep coming back every day. We're going to help you out as much as we can. Hey, baby, I got the money. Thanks for the knowledge. Shout out to Tito. Smiles. We love you. Bitcoin bull div on the small time frame is here. Man, XAI is pump faking. That's a fake out. Bitcoin's back at 42,330, just going sideways. Don't get too excited for the day. Remember, if you don't get back above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, expect more downside. Stay true to your SMAs on the smaller time frames. They're going to lead you to what's right. Like, look, you never got, that's downside. Stop loss on the other side, and you have nothing to worry about. We cannot go bullish unless we get back above this line. Family and I started making homemade dough pizza, etc. over the 2020 work period. Kids and you can't eat any other kind of pizza after making homemade. Oh, yeah, every time. Joe Ferguson, let's keep it, kid-friendly. There's kids here. Or actually, most of them in school, but there are people that watch the replay with their parents. And just have some respect for yourself, Joe. All right? The way you're talking sounds like you don't have respect for yourself. Come on, man. Asking a man to milk you. Are you serious? Come on, bro. Anyway. It just shows you lack respect, right, for yourself. So, come on, show us that you care about yourself, and let's bring your use of vocal vibrations to a higher frequency, man. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. I think you can. I think you can. I don't know you personally, but I believe in you. I don't think I've eaten pizza in over 10 years. Jamie, you want me to send you some in the mail? You guys make me think I have to eat pizza again today now. Just, different. Now, I've been having a lot of pizza lately. So the daily hit a resistance here for MUBI. You can see it was like kind of right? Yeah, or even up a little bit more, but bounced, resistance, pretty key area. So we wanted to flip 24, couldn't do that. Got a key rejection for MUBI. Did bounce off the 786 nicely for gains, though. Like, that's a beautiful swing, right? So now we see, like, what's the what? And shout out to everybody that uses my links. I really appreciate it. I want to just say I'm so thankful. If you go to iTrust Capital and open up an account, thank you so much. I appreciate that. iTrust Capital is the best place to open up a Roth IRA. Do it today. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. If you go to BEAMX and you check out BEAMX, why I like BEAMX is you can trade 4X, all right? And the S&P and Bitcoin all in the same place, and indexes. You can't do that anywhere else. Like, it's awesome. So, not sure if your Americans have Parma over here, but please try if you do. Can you check out Bonk and Jasmine? I could not unless you send it to Super Chat, and Super Chats are closed, so I will be moving on. I'm sorry, I probably can't jump into that today. So we took a look at MUBI, and it's a little overbought on the daily, but it clearly did break this trend, in my humble opinion. Like, that trend line was broken. So you just want to see that it respects this level here, honestly. If it breaks this, it's coming down for more. If it stays up here, shoulder, head, possible right shoulder, I'm not in love with the way the candles are, and the 22 says it has more downside. So you're either going to make a flag like this or you're going down, right? Both of these look like the light, but shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. It'd be amazing if MUBI can go sideways and stay above at 18. That'd probably be a really good buy for MUBI. I like this coin. I think it could do numbers in the bull run. It's an oracle, right? It's I believe it's an oracle for BRC20s, but let me make sure, right? It has AI. It has something to do with AI too as well. After Hours Investing gave it to us, and we ended up hitting like a 7x on this coin. I was in it and sold at a 2x early, and then it just ripped. Multi-bit, right? And it's a multi-bit is the first ever dual-sided bridge designed for easy cross-network transfer between BRC and ERC20 through promoting ultimate match liquidity. It heightens cross-chain interoperability. I don't see how this doesn't continue to grow. Because if ORDI continues to go, it's going to continue to move, right? So remember, I got into ORDI at 58. We're going to take a look at ORDI and see if that's holding well as well. So MUBI could come lower. I like this coin, though. It's definitely something I want to start paying attention to. And what if it makes a nice consolidation move like this? This would be great. And then we're able to take this to the upside. Question about the trading class. Are you doing it the last Saturday and Tuesdays? No, just the last Saturday of every single month. Right here, jump on in. The last Saturday every month, I teach a class. You can hit the QR code, jump on in, or there's links below that say Crypto Tutoring. Jump on in. It's the last Saturday of every single month. It's coming up in about 2 weeks. It'll blow your mind. You'll learn so much and be able to do the things I'm doing on your own. Bitcoin may be breaking out of the descending triangle. I mean, it's back up to 42,400. It's a good sign for BTC. We'll take a look at it before I get on out of here. It's about 12:17, though. We are pushing. I don't know how the stream ended up going on for so long. It just is what it is. Let's take a look at AVAX. I have a lot of staying power. However, towards the end of the stream, I'll tell you, from talking over and over again, my abdominal muscles start to get sore. So crazy, right? Aptos launch token. APLT, right? Alt. I remember that. Man, I put out this coin down here when it was 8808. It wasn't even a penny yet. And it went up 433% since I started looking at it. It was a coin I really liked, and I was into it, and I liked the setup that I was looking at down here. I just saw the ascending triangle and knew we were going to pump up to the 200. This was a great call I made in the channel. And this was Aptos launch token at 008. It was less than a penny. Today it's sitting at 3.5, but its high was even higher than that, all the way up to 5 cents. This thing did it about a 6x from when I first put it out in the trading group. Again, another reason to join the trading group. I say every time I open my mouth, I feel like it's an advertisement for the trading group. But I mean, these are facts. And you can be like, no, you didn't. You didn't do that. But you can go into the Discord, which you can't change times without it saying edited. You can hit Alt USDT, and you can see when I first put this out, 11:10, 11:01. You know, back in the beginning, and look, October here, there's 11.1 right there. Like, it's basically its bottom when I first put this coin out. Pretty insane. Anyway, so moving forward, my favorite track. You pull a fib here. It came down to the 618 Fibonacci level and bounced. Look at that. I mean, it bounced off the 706. That's a secret fib that not everybody has. Now, you got a little overbought on the bigger time frames, but you got a nice pump. What happens now? Well, you look for flags and such on the smaller time frames. So the 1 hour to me would have to come back and touch the 21-day moving average for me to play with it again. And I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to one of these two things. The 21 will come back. When price hits it, you'll get a move. You could even pull a mini fib here if it suits you. And look for the 618 Fibonacci retracement or the 786. Looking for divergences at these areas for confluence and support off the previous supportive resistance levels. You're looking for SR flips, you know, and if you have a fair value gap down here, which I think you do right here, a giant fair value gap, which says you probably have to fill this. Look at that. I mean, the wicks don't, so likely you're coming halfway into the fair value gap at 29. Looks like something that could happen. Mate, Bitcoin is great to use, but this guy shows it perfectly. Thank you for saying that, Pop Gamer. We love you and we appreciate you, man. 100% of portfolio. Randy Hipper sent me here. Shout out to Moon Boot Boy. Randy should spend more time watching the stream so she can get paid. Now I'm just... But as a mentor, it's weird. As a mentor, I know that I could help people, but I know other people are doing other things with their life. But I could really show some people how to make gains, man. Shout out to Randy. God bless Randy. And we're not. I don't think we're going to use Miss Teen Crypto anymore, Randy, right? But God bless Randy Crypto, and hope she has a wonderful day and everything's going well in her life. Thank you for coming here from the stream. God bless you. Let's take a look on Chainlink, Kadena, Brock. Yeah, and GFL and Enjoy are on discount. I grabbed some more GFL last night, actually, speaking of such. So I looked at this and I looked at Chainlink, and it's just getting tighter in a channel. Right? That's what we saw. Chainlink did get a nice pump off the bottom, 14.8 to 15.77. But this is what I see happening for Chainlink. It's getting tighter. It's making it symmetrical. And if it can stay above the point of control, it's likely going to $20. A lot of institutional support. A lot of people talking about it. When big money wants to get into the market, they're going to put money into Chainlink. It's safer. It's more ideal. It makes sense for their large portfolios. Tight moving averages. Everything looking pretty good for a pretty big pump. However, you have a major resistance at 1762. You must break back above. Would I long Chainlink right now? I think there's better out there, but it does look like there's a move. I mean, a move is coming very soon. And I got an alert right here. I'll move it a little bit. Why do I do my alerts vertical? Because price action is going to cross it no matter what. So when price action crosses it, it's going to give me some information about what's happening to Chainlink. All right. Let's look at Kadena. Kadena was kind of behind a lot of the other coins. It dumped pretty hard while other coins kind of pumped, and then it kind of came back behind the rally, which tells me that there may be some love for Kadena, you know, because it's been in waiting, you know, like it hasn't done what the other coins have done. We'll take a look at it on KuCoin here. Link to KuCoin if you want to jump into KuCoin. We mainly trade MEXC, but KuCoin also works. There are a lot of setups that I put out that aren't on MEXC here and there that are on KuCoin, and that can happen. Last time we looked at it, same idea, tight, oversold. The stochastics are in a better place than what we just looked at, right? 226 would be the target. I like what I'm seeing here for Kadena. Oversold in the 3-hour and the 1-hour time frame, but 1 hour actually suggests we might go a little lower. We got this kind of double top rollover idea below the 200 SMA. 15 in the 7. The 7's got a nice bullish div on it. It's likely going to be your bottom. I like this then. That bullish div of the 7 gives me some, you know, some strength to buy in. You know, aggressive entry for Kadena is possibly now. And this thing was lagging behind the market, so I wouldn't be surprised if it had its time in the sun, kind of on the low when no one was really paying attention. Again, Bitcoin could dump, the whole market goes sideways, and this will fall further down, and you'll be testing 81 cents. But Kadena is worth it on my radar. I've never really, I think I've swung traded it once or twice. It's not a coin I'm in and out of a lot. Kadena on the radar. All right, Kadena. $369. Wow, $396 in chat revenue, 645 likes, 942 people here on the live stream. May God bless each and every single one of you for being here. Unbelievable. We didn't get to 1,000 likes, though. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. It would be so awesome. Kadena getting tighter and tighter. A move is coming for Mr. Kadena. All right. Link, Kadena, and Brock. And I'm out for the day. Brock is my last coin. Banrock Garden or BitRock? BitRock. Cool name, right? Anything with a bit. So BitRock just came out. It was 7 cents and it ripped up to 20, did a 3x, came back down. And it's, you know, at 2-day chart's a little beat up. Daily chart's a little high. Yeah, 37,549 is what I'm looking at here. Resistance for Bitcoin at about 21 cents. A bounce here off 14 and a bounce off the lows at 8 3/10 cents. I'd look for it to consolidate. See, I like to watch and observe. This does something like this, I'm jumping in that tighter channel. 37 for BitRock. Don't know what it is, no idea what it does, never heard of it. Technicals look interesting for a brand new coin. But again, it's high risk, high reward. It's brand new, right? It's not like Chainlink. We don't have years of data. We don't have a bunch of support or resistance to rely on. It's not simply, you know, simple. Well, to say that looked thicker than what I'm normally used to. There must be 2, I said. I was correct. I was in the digital realm, but still was able to pick up. So weird. That always bugs me out. But that's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing made some gains, right? Let's take a look at BRN. Remember, BRN also made a bit of a pump. The burn metaverse, man. And I put this out to the trading group. And look, out a beautiful 34% gains out of the inverted head and shoulder for BRN. Banging on them to the upside. This looks a lot like the other coins that we were talking about. This looks a lot like Saucer Swap. They almost look identical. You know, if I put out Saucer Swap and you look at Saucer Swap setup and then you look at BRN setup, shoulder, head, right shoulder, pump out. And then BRN, like, you know, They're not exactly perfect, but they resemble each other pretty close. So BRN for gains as well. Bang, bang, bang. And we can add 10% more to those gains. So we are still finding moves here in the channel, in the trading group. And we're, scalped Bitcoin today on a short. It's back to 42,420. So you got to take that money at that 42.2 area. All right. But we were able to find some gains out of the market today for BTC. Everyone, thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Please follow me on Twitter. We're always doing fun stuff, having a blast. Coach Crypto, whose journey and nickname, having a great day. You deserve it. Thank you. Appreciate that. In crypto to you, Cardano, Soul, Galamatic. I mean, I do all that. I couldn't pick any one of those. It has to say I do it all. I'll answer one thing. The Kramer did call a major top for Bitcoin so far. He's right for the past few days. But what do you think? Is he right or wrong? I mean, the charts convey we could go low. I'm all stoked for this Bitcoin watch. Is that really cool? Coin Vigilante. That thing's pretty cool, man. But it is a play on Bitcoin. Is it made well? Block height. It's kind of cool. How much does it cost? That's the thing. I'm just into buying like real high-end. If I'm going to buy a watch, I want to buy like something crazy, but let's see what kind of watches they got. $500. Would anyone really want this? I could buy it and then give it away, right? Pretty cool. I could reach out to the guys, man. Maybe they want to, I could probably sell 100 of these things, And that's 400, that would be 500 grand if you sell 100 of these, right? Am I right? Yeah, because it's $500. You sell 100, that's 500 grand. Oh, you got to sell 1,000 of them. Yeah. Sell 100 of them, it's 50 grand. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, buy it now. You can buy it now? It said pre-order, buy it now. Oh, you can buy it right now. Interesting. I'll talk to my team. I think that would be kind of cool to give away, right? Do something really cool behind it. We'll talk to my team. Maybe we can implement it. And we'll maybe reach out to the company too. And, maybe we can do a few of them. We'll find out. You can only stay with one, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin. Every time, man. Every time. Ethereum probably make you more money though. But I'm not money hungry, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, I gotta set up to earn on ad shares. But follow me on @CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. We want to see you here all the time. We're always doing fun stuff. Spaces at 8 every single Monday night. Spaces at 8. And I might start doing some other spaces too throughout the week. So stay in tune for that. 42,470. Bitcoin getting a bit of a bounce. Let's just take a look at what's happening for BTC. All right. Bitcoin on Binance. So it wicked back up, but look, you want to watch these 200 SMAs. You got to get back above the 7 to be bullish. As long as you're not, to me, this is a bearish retest. Like, it's kind of like this was the channel, and you're trying to get back inside. You fell out of it. You're trying to. I would remain short really until you can get above any 200 SMA. Like right here, you got to get above this. You have an inverted head and shoulder. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is the money printer that we talk about. You find the bullish div, cup and handle, and then you pump to the 200 SMA. You'd have to get in here at the bullish divergence, though, pull away from the 21, and you pump back to the 200 SMA. All right? We used to show this every day on the live stream over and over again. Another one of my strategies you can use in the 1 minute to make gains over and over again. This is a setup that I use over and over and over. You can find it on almost any market in the world, too. The pull away from the 21, the pump back up, the tight moving averages. Usually you get up to the 200 or close. But I still remain bearish for Bitcoin right now, like as we speak. Look, if I look at the smaller time frames, I see a rejection by the 200 there. I see a rising wedge, and I see more downside for BTC. It looks like a short you could enter right now with a stop loss on the other side of the 200. And that's going to give you some gains right there. 2.6 risk reward ratio. So I remain short unless you can get back above the 200 on the 1 minute. Doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, but we'll see. I'll keep my whole group privy to what's happening for BTC throughout the day. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I hope you made gains with that short. Remember, always take profits, move the stop loss into break even. There's no way you could have lost the trade or lost money. That's the point. Protect thy purse at all times. Everyone, thank you so much for jumping on in. We appreciate you. We love you. And we thank you for being a part of this live stream. $400 in chat revenue. We're going to tell Lakochi it's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for everything, and have a blessed day. Thank you so much. God bless.